to episode 3 of the Harbinger Tourney. I'm so sorry.
Do you want to do that again?
Can we do that again? I burped.
I talked over it.
We don't need, we don't need to cut.
So
we'll
okay.
keep rolling. Welcome back to the Harbinger Tourney. This is episode 4. I have a little slogan that I say for this. That's in my book.
It's great.
Should we start again?
Let's start again.
It's great.
No. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the 4th episode of the Harbinger Tourney. The early adventurer. the early...
As we broke joy in
No.
I'm really sorry.
It's brand spanking delicious.
No. The epic tale of the early adventurer. I got it. Cool. Alright, last time.
Silly rabbit.
Welcome to the 4th episode of the Harbinger Tourney. The epic tale for the early adventurer.
Yay! Such a good slogan.
When we last left off, our party had just finished their jousting, and they had also acquired some new costumes. Very successful.
Jousting.
You jousted against a few people. The name of which escapes me. Where
The
is
Enigma
it?
guy.
The Enigma, correct.
Oh.
You fought
We
the Enigma. And you won in some folk magic tricks as well. Leading towards the end of the night, you went to the feast, this grand ball that attracted all the respective kingdoms of the Ogma Rings, and you found that Drakkar Lovelace was delivering his address, signifying the beginning of peace talks and the peace treaty being signed that night, a new golden age of trade and prosperity. However, the evening was interrupted by a small explosion at the front gate and a man approaching on the ramparts, shouting a few things. He brings out an orb, and with that orb he twists it, and these shadows begin pouring out from beneath the tables that you are sitting on, and chaos arises. So, can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we know what's going on?
Sorry?
Do we know what's going on?
I'll let you know what you're up to.
It's a 9.
Oh,
It's a 9.
16 was 15.
17.
I got 10.
20 to 25. 15 to 20. What'd you guys get?
17.
17
And 15.
and 15. 10 to 15.
10.
And...
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, it's a 5.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's a fun.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So, this gentleman has just come out, and he says, I've seen more conflict than any of you. And believe me, when I say that we are doomed, the misery vex comes for you. He comes. The oncoming storm, he comes soon. Nowhere to run, and nowhere to hide.
Is this the
That's
guy with the orb? Or
Correct,
just
the guy on the...
There's the orb, and then behind him, the misery of...
No, I just imagine this old guy next to him.
And
He's
these
like,
shadows
"Rrr."
pour from underneath the tables, and about 3 or 4 of them appear in your immediate vicinity. Where is my...
Julian, I'm still like... I can't use my thing, can I? At the moment, because
No, because you're still waiting for me to recharge it.
Recharge
Olivia.
is one more.
Yeah.
So you've just noticed about 3 of these shadowy fiends pour out from beneath.
Cool.
You have a dagger
I do.
under your
That's
skirt.
right.
None
I
of you have
a-
weapons.
I do.
What do you
I have
have?
a quarterstaff.
You have a
Yeah.
quarterstaff,
Because it's a walking stick.
and you don't have weapons. And you're currently your AC is 10 plus your dexterity modifier,
Not
unless.
me. Unless you're a monk,
Unless
in
you're a
which
monk.
case it's higher than that.
So currently you're in your costume. It's a bit hard to move. You're easy
Yeah.
to be hit.
Yeah.
And everyone's running around. There's chaos. You look up and you can see the royal table have all vacated and they're running around. Guards have formed a phalanx around them, and they're trying to push back into a room that's behind them. What do you do?
Might as well take my dagger and have a crack at one of these shadowy fiends. I
Yep.
don't know if it'll do any damage, but I can give it a red hot.
So
I'm
the shadow kind of like
Yeah.
pours out, and it's like it's struggling to stay in this like plane of existence almost, and it kind of like it gaps form, and then it closes in once more, and it looks at you.
Ooh.
So you're gonna try and attack it.
Yeah, I am.
Cool. Roll to attack.
Yeah. Which one is that?
D20.
Thank
D20.
you. My B.
I don't really see how we're getting
15.
alive.
Okay, so it's a 15.
15
Yeah.
hits. So you pull out your dagger and you go
Nice.
for a strike and you hit something within
Yeah.
the shadow.
Oh,
Roll damage. It's a D4. We'll say, for the purposes of this, you don't have sneak attack because no one's adjacent to it and you're not necessarily sneaking behind it.
It's a 3.
3
Plus.
plus your dexterity
Plus
modifier, which is 2. So
5.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Sick.
Nice. That's something.
Julian, is the guy up there?
Is that plus proficiency as well?
No, that's just to attack. Just to make the attacker roll.
Yeah.
Damage is just your modifier.
Fair enough.
So you strike and the shadow kind of like pours a little bit out and it seeps back in and it still stays there, looking at you viciously. You're up.
Okay, I'm gonna
Pine.
cast Shield of Faith,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm standing with Gregory,
Yes. That
and
is
I
fair.
think it encompasses like 5. I don't know.
Shield of Faith.
Yes. Can I double check?
Sure. So you reach for your holy symbol and you cast Shield of Faith. I'm pretty sure that it can only target one person.
Okay.
Where is the guy? The Orbman.
The who?
Orbman.
The Orbman. You look up the ramparts, just quickly glancing, and it seems he's backed away. You noticed before there were a few exits and entrances along the wall that lead up to that general vicinity, and you guys are like backed on one of the walls because you're near the plant. Essentially, all of you have congregated back to a central area too,
Fair enough.
following the talk. Shield of Faith, where are you?
Can't wait till I can run up walls.
Yeah. One day.
Julian,
Yes.
you do you have the book for that for those extra spells that Lucy and I are using? From the it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
from the
No, I don't.
The
Can I
extra stuff,
grab
yeah.
my phone to check what they do?
What's supposed to?
I have just one. It's called I don't
Oh, yeah. I know what that does.
Okay.
Shield of Faith, bonus action, only a creature,
Ah.
and it is a bonus action.
Do it on me. Do it on me.
I look at you like
What are you doing, Ali Pine?
Help. I'm gonna cast it on myself.
Cool. So you reach for your holy symbol and you cast Shield of Faith.
You're the worst
that's-
cleric ever.
That's a bonus action. So you can still do something else.
Great.
what's a cleric?
Can I cast command? Is the orb guy still there?
You don't have line of sight. He's backed away.
Totally.
Ah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna cast. Oh, I'm scared. I'm really frightened. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Oh, that's a
What do you make?
Um,
The goat.
Is it the
Yes,
goat?
the goat.
Yay!
So once more, you
Love the
you
goat.
just like think it happened. You don't even have to do any magic. You just will it back into existence, and this small spectral goat floats there for a moment.
Love it.
And it charges towards one of the nearby shadowy fiends. Roll to attack.
Sick.
Roll a d20.
Thank you.
Roll a d20.
All right, cool. That's a good 3.
Plus.
Wisdom. I think it's
and
plus 3,
proficiency.
so it's 6.
6.
Plus proficiency. So
Two.
that's
So
8.
no. So the goat tries to move through it, but the shadow just and seeps back into its form. Do you want to move, or currently you're in a cramped space at this point? So you can try and move about if you like to get a different vantage point. You can go onto the table. What do you want to
I
do?
might go under a table.
Cool, you're gonna go under a table. That's where the shadows
Are
are.
they, oh, they're coming from totally. How big are the chairs?
The human height.
Yeah.
You can get under them.
Very much.
You'll be
gonna-
very safe there.
Worst cleric ever. Cast Shield of Faith on herself and then walks under a chair after missing with a goat.
Is the goat still there?
Goat's still there, yeah.
What's the goat up to?
It's just looking in sadness.
These are not the All Stars I know.
No, these are the all-stars we've all become
Okay.
accustomed to.
What would you like to do? Would you like to move?
No. Yeah, no. I'll just snake along the wall.
Cool.
Give
So
us
you
some-
back it. So you put some distance between you and the shadowy fiends, and you push yourself against the wall next to the plant you were talking to earlier.
Okay.
Next turn is Samuel.
Can I? What's okay? Can I do like 2 spells? Is that possible?
If you have quickened, No, you don't.
Okay, because
We haven't chosen the other one yet, so you've chosen the silent spell.
Yeah.
It means you can target 2 creatures with 1 spell.
No, I
You
want
can't.
I want to do one thing and then another thing. So we don't have a line of sight to that guy, do we?
That there are doors leading up there.
Ooh.
Is he on like what? So can you describe the platform?
Yeah, sure. So it's a large feasting hall, and
Yeah.
basically you guys are currently on one side of the narrow sides, and he's on top of that, or there's a little rampart, and that falls back there. There's 4 like doors basically leading those ones, and you guys are near to one as well.
How sturdy does the rampart look?
It's got like a wooden railing on it.
Is that wooden support?
Oh no! So it's wall, railing, and then it's flat. Like it doesn't pop out.
Oh, I was imagining it popping out.
It doesn't pop out. No.
Okay. And he's out of our line of sight.
Correct.
What does Hellish Rebuke do?
Hellish Rebuke.
That's in that book, not the other book. Sorry, I got a lot of questions. And what are the shadow
Hellish
guys
Rebuke?
up to?
So what's your
Someone's
end game?
surrounded by flames, basically damaging spell. You surround someone in like a wreath of flame.
Can I surround a table?
Yeah, sure.
Can I do one of like the points that they're coming out of?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm like, I don't know what's going on still.
And with that,
Which
you
has become the war cry of William.
flick your fingers up, and these sparks fly under the table, and these whirling flames begin to engulf it. Roll 2d10.
2d10?
Pretty sure.
And not knowing what's going on, he's doing some bloody good stuff.
Yeah, that's d10.
Hellish Rebuke.
7 and 3.
Which is 10 in
10.
your earth map.
Oh. Oh.
I rest my case.
I just had you up.
Was I rolling for Hellish Rebuke or something else, Joy?
No, you were rolling for. I know, don't worry.
Okay.
Got a little special side
So-
projects.
One of the shadows you see basically screams out, and it's barely holding around. 10 points of damage,
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
and you notice that the sparks begin to fly out of your fingers.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
A little pre-cum.
Who knows what's gonna
That's
happen?
a spicy.
Ouch.
As these sparks shoot out, you notice that vines begin to twirl around your fingers,
Oh my god.
and then slowly you're brought together, and your skin becomes like a plant almost.
Into a tree.
And your feet come together and form a pot
You're a mermaid. Oh.
as you shrink into a potted plant.
In true wilty spinach fashion, as I turn into a plant, can I go, I don't know what's going on?
You see William turn into a plant.
Everyone around me looks sort of horrified, but I go.
No one really pays any
Yeah, no one
mind,
really
but
pays any mind, but it's sort of just like I have a cousin who sort of looks like that.
William looks slightly more
That ends your
attractive
turn.
now at Alpine.
As a plant, can you describe what kind of consciousness I
you
have?
feel like you're in. You see blackness.
Do I see?
You don't see anything.
Yeah, seeing is a foreign
You
Do you
just
feel
feel
confused?
enclosed and trapped, and you look. You feel like you can look at, but you don't have a body. You're like trapped within.
What happens to
Callback,
the Gucci leather
just like
suit?
Ken me.
The
What
shadows
happens to the Gucci suit?
Oh yeah, what happened to all my shit?
Yeah.
turn into a plant. The shadow that you stabbed before, Livia, moves around you and tries to strike you.
Cool.
It gets a 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
Yeah, your armor class is 16.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Actually, I have it here.
No, yeah, no.
Your armor class
What
is
what
13.
did I do, buddy? You're
What
a plant.
What kind of
I
plant?
did.
You take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Viscous. I was thinking.
Your
that's
total
right.
health
I
is
hope so.
17, by the way.
Cool.
Too big.
Okay, that's not terrible.
So they're the like flowers, the really wavy flowers.
As the shadow strikes you,
Yeah.
it latches onto your arm and it just slides something out of you, and you notice that your strength just feels drained.
I took my blood.
Your strength is reduced by 1.
My blood. My precious blood.
He also
I had
gives you.
very low strength to begin with.
He also gives you
Yeah.
a cookie and a milkshake.
You feel physically
A
like
milkshake?
you feel
Where's your
physically
milk
drained
done?
at this point. Next turn is Gregory. So you notice one of the shadows just strike Livia, one is currently on fire, and one
of
more
my
is walking
friends
towards.
is a plant. Ugh. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the one. Is the one that's attacking Olivia close to me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
go
like
up
in
to
like 10, 15
and
feet.
do like a fun hit it with my quarterstaff.
Nice,
Please
nice.
don't hit me as well.
Roll for an attack.
It'd be hard to
Please
because
don't, I
I'm
can't
very
take the
skilled, but not that skilled.
I'm dead.
Bum,
I'm dead and Gregory
Um,
killed me.
7.
7
That's a pretty good roll.
misses.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then after that, I want to hit it with my fists as a bonus action.
Yep.
So I'm gonna fucking.
Pretty good. That's a,
Wait. What's
it's
the?
a 9.
Oh, no. It's a 9 plus.
Hmm?
Is it 9 plus of an unarmed
It's
attack?
proficient plus your proficient. It's like a normal attack.
Okay, cool. This is plus 5, I think.
So what's that? 14.
Yes.
It hits.
Yes. All right.
Go for a punch.
Hell yeah, knock him out.
So that's a 3 plus 2.
So 5 points of damage.
Wait, no. It's 3 plus strength, right? 6 points of damage
6 points of damage.
Woo!
with my
Big
fist.
boy.
So as you punch, it passes through, but you notice that it visibly like has to move out of the way, and it's. You seem to have punched it, but it's been less effective as you once punched before. It's not as good as you thought. The shadow that's currently on fire, confused about the plant.
Like, can it
Moves.
think? I want to know levels of cognition here. Like, how much thought does this shadow have?
Well, enough to think that's not a living thing I can kill. So it moves on
It's
to
safe.
Alupine.
Asshole. You kill one shadow and then turn to a plant.
13 to hit. What's your 10 plus? What's your dexterity modifier?
-1.
Cool. So you have 9. So yeah, that hits.
Great.
So the shadow moves towards you, dealing 12 points of damage,
Feels good.
and you feel your essence seep out as it drains 2 points from your strength modifier. So you feel physically drained as the clothes you're wearing seem as heavy as your plate armor now.
Which means you have plus 1 to strength now.
My essence.
Instead of plus 2.
Oh no, isn't it 0 now?
Well, how much strength did it take
2.
away? 2?
No, from your total score. So
Oh,
you're 14, yeah? So it's
Yes.
12. So now you got a plus 1.
Cool, love it.
And the shadow... Yeah, there's only 2 of them. So, your turn, Olivia.
Oh,
Currently, the shadow is now in combat with Gregory as well. It's moving about, and the screams everywhere as well. And you can look around, and people are fighting, running about, unsure of what's
How
going
many
on.
shadows are there?
You do a quick count. Roll a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
Probably. Is it my strong point? But that's an 18 plus
Cool.
perception, wisdom, plus 3 actually, so...
Hitting with your fist, you manage to
How
look
is
around
that
the
not your
shadow
strong
and
suit?
I was
just
going to say it
quickly
might not be, but it is.
quickly survey the room. You notice everyone seems to be in like little like circles almost, like fighting a shadow. There only seems to be about maybe 10 or 15 of them. It just seems like this general panic as everyone's running
10
about.
or 15, that's a 22.
There's
One.
13.
There's 13.
13 of them.
Are most people running or fighting?
Most people are fighting. This is the Harbinger Tourney.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is- everyone's
this is a
fucking
group
serious.
of-
Everybody's fucking swallowed.
you notice a lot of them are trying to converge on the
Well,
royal
there's a
table, so a lot of them are fighting them back.
do we know
I'm a
what
fan
happens
of
if
whatever.
we're on at this stage?
He's behind a phalanx and it's kind of like a raised platform, so all you can see is guards just like defending.
Can I roll a perception check?
First, let's go for Livia's turn and roll that perception check.
Yeah.
I want to know what I can perceive.
It's he won't just do it.
I want to know what I can perceive about the nature of the universe.
He might be enlightened. I think
Sure.
we should know.
Just do it. I don't care.
20. What do I know, Jordan?
See the process of
You're really thirsty, and you think about water, and you think about
So are you saying that evolutionary wise, if people had just rolled more 20s, they would have the cognitive sort of...
I think
no. As
But
a
it's
plant,
fine.
you're thinking about water.
Wow.
You want to know about where the soil is.
Can the plant feel how he thinks about water?
Let's do Livia's turn.
Are we going to come back to this 20?
Oh, damn.
Wild magic, bring in the questions we really want to talk about.
Well, I know inclination is to GTFO ASAP. So
What are you doing?
I kind of just want to bolt.
You
Like,
fucking run.
I'm useless to you now. I'm drained of my essences, my nutrients, and my fluids. Can I get a magical Powerade? All right, fine. Is the like shadow beasts back towards me?
One's right in front of you,
Yeah.
and there's another that's wreathed in flame at the moment, trying to strike at Alpine.
I
The one
pop you
that's
a
currently-
fantasy Barocca.
That's great. The one that's currently fighting Gregory is it's back towards me.
Yes.
Great.
It's currently
I
focusing.
take my dagger and get.
Ooh.
Should we deal
We'll
with
do a
that?
quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
while
I'm
this all is
I need
happening.
to pee.
There we go. And we'll be right back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
for your patience. Now
It's
a
a
word
lot
from
of
our
fun.
sponsor.
But what's most fun is responsible gambling. I've
Hi,
seen-
I'm Tom Waterhouse.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm Jai Waterhouse. I'm dead. Probably not.
Wait, what? Jai? What?
Jai Waterhouse, named after the horse.
Spelled. Do you mean
G-A-I.
G-A-I? It's gay, mate. It's gay Waterhouse. Did you think it was Jai Waterhouse all this time?
See, I've heard
Friend,
it
it's
said
gay.
guy. I've
It's
no,
gay,
you know,
it's
I've
gay
heard it said gay.
Waterhouse.
I knew it was gay for some reason, and I said
You
Jai.
said Jai. You thought like Jai Wetford.
I
But
like
it's-
Jai Wetford.
But it's gay Waterhouse.
I'm Daryl Summerton. We'll go. I'm Daryl Braithwaite. We'll go riding on our horses,
That's the way it's gonna be.
little darling.
I need.
The most fun you can have in the tub
I need.
I'm
is with a
Brit
bottle of
Austin and
soap
Red. Please help.
and
I
rum.
need.
What happened?
Remy thought Gay Waterhouse's name was Jai Waterhouse.
Not that.
Oh.
Help me.
I don't know.
In essence,
Oh, Amazon.
it sounds like the Hickory Dickory Club is times 12. What do you think, Jemima?
I'm a doll, and I struggle
All right, that's
to
great.
do anything. But I
so-
do still have feelings. My experience is valid. In my world, everything's dark.
Gotcha. Anyway, so
Julie.
we're talking about the cognizance of dolls with Jemima Waterhouse.
Who is a doll?
What is a doll? If not a collection of stitched sort of a cloth material?
And cotton ball.
Cotton balls.
But it's also got the heart and soul of a young child.
Like most horses, I have 4 legs.
Oh, this one's heavier.
If you need to.
Sorry about that.
So,
Olivia.
Because this is a live stream.
So
Welcome
true.
Back to our Twitch. Yeah, no, cool. I wanna take my dagger
Yep.
and I wanna get in the back under the ribs, like a
Love it.
real
Okay,
nasty
cool.
one.
Roll for an
Real
attack.
dirty, nasty shit.
Nasty girl.
If you ever say that again, I'll have you killed. It's a 4.
Oh.
Plus.
Dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity would be like, it would be enough.
It's 6.
Roll again, because it's a lighter. You can attack again with a bonus action.
Oh hell yeah! It's a 15.
Amazing.
Plus 2.
That's it. So the first time you try and push through, and you can't seem to catch any physical connection.
Yeah.
But as you push the second time, you feel something
It's
resistant.
clean.
I just like the idea that you're like, you
Roll a
go
D-
up to it, you're like,
Roll
I
a
missed.
d4 and add 2d6.
Roll a d4. Yep.
And 2d6 for a level.
4 plus 2d6.
2d6.
That's insane.
5.
It's a dead.
5.
Oh!
5, so
14 damage.
14 damage.
Plus.
Hell
Plus
Dex?
dexterity, so 3, 2.
yeah. 2.
So 17 points of damage.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes. So
That's a
as
dead
you
horse.
miss the
Kill
first time,
that
you take a
motherfucker.
second as it's moving about, and you just go straight for where the ribcage would be. And as you push it through, you feel resistance, and it's like, and you notice the
I pop
shadow
that
just
motherfucker clean.
and just
Yeah.
goes into a little ball, and then
Yeah, hell
shoots
yeah.
up to the ramparts.
Oh.
Nice. Looks like there's not one only cure for Dementors. It's not just
Next
also
turn
static.
is Alupine. You'll go,
With you.
and you're currently right in front of you is a shadow that's wreathed in flame.
Oh, magic. Alright, hectic.
Quite literally, yes.
Can I learn plant growth really quickly and make William real big?
Unless you learned at the beginning of the day.
Nah, man.
Thank you, though.
That'd be
It would have been
fun.
a lot of fun.
Let's direct the goat at old
Okay.
mate's orb.
Cool. So it charges from behind. So roll an
Yes.
attack.
If that had happened, would I when I come back, would I be bigger?
7
We'll find out.
3.
10.
10 to hit. Misses. Again, Clippy's clops can't seem to make connection.
Fuck.
Clippy clop, clippy
Around-
flop. Dude.
Anything else you want to do?
Oh, that's an extra. That's a.
Well, that's your action.
Yeah, cool. It's ignored.
Actually, no, that's your bonus action to make an attack. So you still got an action.
Huge. If I I could cast Healing Word, and maybe would that take away a magical enchantment and bring Old Mate? But also, I don't want to do that because I think you might be quite safe now.
You know, as a cleric, that there are particular magics that might be best suited to do that. Healing Word's probably not one of them.
Great. love
Restoration, as opposed to maybe something to do with divination or.
that. All right, cool. What can I do? I can run. I can cast. Nothing really to help. I might run.
Okay, so you take a few steps back, and as you move back, the shadow lunges for you.
Well,
What about my turn?
An attack of opportunity
Oh.
is what we call
In
this.
the beast.
10 to hit, yeah, because your AC is quite low. So as it grabs your face and
15.
It's nice.
slides.
Oh, I've also cast that spell.
Oh shit, you have two.
Yeah, you do.
Shield of Faith!
Shield of
Oh,
Faith.
that's it.
And it rolled a 10 to hit, and your
Field
AC
of
is 9,
Shame.
so if it's 9 plus 2 is 11, as you notice this barrier just, and it just,
Hell yeah.
its fingers, what you think is finger just,
And God winks.
and you move back. You make a few
What does it
feet.
look like?
Isn't not necessarily a he.
Or they.
Woke.
Only the woke is they.
Huge if true.
True and huge.
That in your turn, so you move back 5-10 feet. Do you slide against the wall? The door's about like 10 feet away.
You're already against the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the door.
You're gonna go for the
I
door?
run for the door.
Do you try opening it or?
I
Just
I
runs
try
at it.
balling myself as tight as I can.
Cat's
Can my goat do anything?
No, I mean you've already used your go to attack, and you've moved away.
Oh, because I can't use another
Unlocking
attack.
tumblers
Can I
with a
do a
goat.
cantrip? No.
No, you can do a cantrip. Yeah.
Can I cast Thaumaturgy
Mm.
and rattle at the locks of the door till they fall off?
Have you tried the door?
Yeah, you haven't.
Oh my god!
How do you try to see if it is open?
Yeah, I'd try the door.
So,
Can we know? I'm sorry. Can
The
we have the
system
first
works.
thing? I'd like the first.
you're like
and then your hand starts to go up without your control.
Whoa.
what magic trick is
It's
this?
the most magical form of push don't pull ever.
And the door opens up, and you notice the stairs leading up in a circular fashion.
Alright, let's get up those stairs.
Cool. So you move out 5 feet. That's all you can do before that ends your turn. Next turn is William.
Guilty spin.
You
I'd like to know about my D20.
remain.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
I rolled a D20
To what?
to know, to observe,
That
to
was
see.
the water
to-
thirst thing.
Oh, right.
We didn't get any answers about the emotional state
Yeah,
of the plant.
I want to know.
Just as you begin to think, you see a spark.
Is time different for plants?
Has your life always been a plant? Have you ever been a human once before? And just like that, you notice that your vines now turn into fingers and a body, and you look down and you're William again. That ends your
Look
turn.
down at your willy.
That ends your turn.
Can I shout something?
You spend your whole turn contemplating and you turn back into yourself.
But can I shout something?
Sure.
Guys! I'm a cannibal now! And what I mean is I'm a carnivore, but I think that's what I mean.
What? No.
Can we have an instant replay of what the fuck you just said?
William, in his confusion, is very confused about whether or not he is a plant or not a plant.
Hasn't got all his nouns yet.
That's a 6.
Next turn is the shadow. It sees you run off and turns its attention and moves towards you, Gregory.
Is it still on fire?
No, because you lost your concentration when you turned into a plant.
You said it was on fire the whole time.
True, it was dissipating.
Okay.
Real slow.
Real slow.
Oh,
18 minutes.
Yeah, that hits.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's no added defense to your sassy.
Insta die.
Sorry?
11 points of necrotic damage.
Hachi
And it too brings its hand and it just pushes into your chest and it goes within for a moment. And you feel your strength lessen. You lose 2 strength.
Yeah.
There goes your essences.
There goes my
Next turn, Livia.
Cool.
So you've just seen the orc shoot back up and you turn around. Oh, your turn.
Yeah, it's a buddy, right? And as soon as that happens, I turn invisible.
But do you wink at me first? That's what you do
No.
every time.
No.
So you
I'm
turn
not even
invisible?
gonna get invisible.
Yeah, I turn invisible and I start towards, you know, the orb that went up to the ramparts. I start running towards that. Is that where the door is?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it went up.
In
So
that general direction. Alright, I'm going behind Alipine at this point, so I'm just
Cool.
running
what's your speed?
40.
40?
Okay, well, you've won.
Yeah, cool. You're about halfway up the stairs.
Did I get hurt in the process?
You feel boom, and
Absolutely
you
trampled.
hear footsteps.
No, you don't hear anything because I'm a fucking monk.
You hear
Oh.
no footsteps.
Oh.
Well, you might hear something.
You might hear an 8-foot thing creak under a door and then, move about.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is I'm stealthy. as
You're doing
shit.
well from.
That ends your turn. It is now Livia. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow those two. My speed is 35.
Cool.
So
So
I am
the last
out
shadow,
the
like,
stairs.
pulling out, looks towards you and you just
But
dash
I'm
off.
gone. I'm out in my hoops.
William Spinach
I
is
am
the only one.
blasting people out. People are hitting against my hoop skirt as I run past. I'm just taking them out as I go.
Alipine, it's your turn.
I continue up the stairs.
Cool. So you run up the stairs and William, are you following? Or are you staying down?
I would like to do something with my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will follow, but I want to do something while it's happening.
Yeah, of
Cool.
course.
Can I go halfway, cast a spell, then go the other half?
Yeah.
Cool. So I go as far as I can up the staircase where I can still see the one that was on fire. And
Wait for the recap.
Instantly.
where is he at in terms of the general geography?
So there's a table. He's between the table and the door, so he's in the middle, and he's currently looking around. He's noticing that his comrades are probably dying. You notice there's battles are dying down a little bit, and it's generally looking concerned, but it looks towards you with it.
As I go, I cast Firebolt and say, "Leave me alone!"
Roll a
Get
d20.
out of here.
7
Plus
my dexterity, which is
No. Plus your
Charisma.
charisma and your proficiency.
3
Plus 2, so
is
12.
12.
Yep. So the firebolt connects. Roll a d10.
3
3 points of damage.
plus.
Oh shit.
Plus the pun point.
So you shoot, and you notice the fire just engulfs the shadow, and it just goes up in a flame. And you notice the flame shoots
And I
up. a little
giggle at my own joke and then finish running up the stairs.
bit. So you four, Gregory first, approach up these stairs, and you can hear the fighting downstairs. You rise about a story and a half, 2 stories, and you get to the top. And this long corridor down, you can see looking down the balcony, movement down there and where you've just come from. There's general chaos. This general corridor, it's carpeted. There's a few statues nearby, some paintings on the wall, but it seems generally untouched. You notice there are 2 doors to the left, and there's a door at the very end, and there's also a door to the right at the very end. The whole corridor itself is about 70 feet long, and all the doors appear to be closed.
But are they locked?
You don't know.
Well,
Now, in terms of
find
this,
out.
combat's pretty much paused at this point. We'll go back into your initiative order if you encounter anything. But you guys are welcome to talk to character or anything like that.
Please roll a general perception check.
You notice coming up the stairs the footsteps of a halfling and Fernando foreshadow behind you.
This guy again.
Guys! There's shadows down there! You left me to die!
Fernando!
Oh
And I
my
cough up a
God,
leaf.
hello.
Just joking, I was just playing with the guitar, so you run up here, I thought I would join you. So, what are we doing? What are we finding?
Oh, look, you tell us, Fernando. What do you know?
Oh, all I know is down there, we're doing alright, but I want to know what's up here.
Treasure!
Ooh.
Potentially.
We're
And
looting while they're
Certainly doesn't
distracted.
cost
Well, as soon as I say treasure, I open a door to try and find treasure.
Yeah.
The first door I can find.
So you walk about 20 feet
yeah, like,
towards,
treasure!
and you open the door,
Yeah.
and you look inside. It's a relatively small room. It's a bedroom. There's a bed in the very far corner with a few wardrobes, chests. Nothing too out of the ordinary, except the window is slightly open. But obviously you're on like a second floor, and you see a breeze coming in, and it seems generally quiet. There's a candle there.
Would you say that this is the start of my next turn?
Generally speaking, that's like what you've done. What are you now doing?
Roll for treasure.
Well, okay, if it's the start of my next turn, then I have my hidden step runs out.
Oh, sure, yeah. So you hop back, and Fernando's. Oh, sorry.
Hello, little man.
You're such a vision.
It's Fernando eating up.
Thank you.
Looking up at you and your.
I don't swing that way, as in terms of you're very.
Oh no! I was
small.
I just didn't want to
I
say you
cannot
look.
physically
I
swing
physically
that
can, yeah.
Right. No, I. Okay. All right.
Love knows no size. I don't
Oh, I think it does.
I like William's idea though. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna. Wait, so we're in a corridor. There's like a bunch of doors. I'm just gonna start opening doors.
Cool. So the first door on the left's been open, and William's stepping inside. So you walk beyond.
Yeah, I'm just literally just.
Yeah.
I want to open as many doors as possible. I just want to find the guy who's doing this and get this over and fucking done with.
So you walk up to the left and you open the next door to the left.
Yeah.
Same standard affair. You notice that this room in particular, there's a wardrobe that seems to be closed with like locks on it. And you notice the bed has been upturned. There's a window open. A candle flickers slowly. What catches your eye though is to the wall to the right. You see a faint shimmer, purple, and
I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Disappears. Roll a perception check. 8.
Yes.
You see it in the corner of your eye, and you take a look, and it's gone.
Oh.
And you
pretty though.
hear this.
Was it pretty?
It was.
I didn't see it.
You
long
didn't
enough.
see it.
To make it a
You know what
So when you see it in the corner of your eye,
know.
you hear this breeze, but it feels more like a breath in, like
a. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Livia
It's him.
and
It's him.
Alpine, what are you doing?
Fucking him.
It's who?
It's the guy in the orb. He's invisible and he's hanging out and he's waiting to attack us.
Do you say some character?
Yes.
So Livia is
No.
currently with you.
What?
Okay.
We're still in the hallway.
What are you two doing?
We're all fairly close together.
Yeah, you're fairly close together.
What if it's like 10,
So
20
currently, Alpine, you've seen William and Gregory walk up to the left rooms. Yeah, it's generally quiet. You know, you can hear the fighting downstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna creep up to the door on the right.
Oh,
I'll open
shit.
the door.
So the door on the right's
What?
all the way at the end. So you'll have to walk down 70 feet. So
Okay.
you get halfway.
In fact, I might then go into the and I'll go into the second room and have a look at the
So the one where Gregory is.
where
Yeah.
yes.
So you hear the
Oh,
footsteps
okay.
behind you of Alpine and Livia.
I'm happy
You kind of like, you look in William's room, he's just looking around,
Yeah.
you're about to enter, and you walk around, and Gregory's just looking at a wall.
What is it, boy? What do you smell?
Well, if you want to actually know, can I cast something?
I guess.
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to cast
As long as
Detect
it's not
Magic.
on
Yeah,
those.
sure.
Sick.
Using my Firbolg Magic. That is a 13
A 13?
for Detect Magic.
Oh, no, you just cast it.
What? Yeah, well, yeah.
So you
Don't fight it.
take
But
a
it doesn't.
moment.
But it says Wisdom as my spellcasting ability for that.
Why are you fighting this?
This is like
Oh,
contempt.
no, I'm just going to cast it.
No, you cast. Yeah.
I
So
cast it.
You cast it, and you kind of move about. You look around. You feel nothing active, like nothing registers, like oh, boom. But you move about, and through the walls towards the end of the corridor, where the final room is, you sense that there's a magical presence there. So you
Alright, so
currently
where's
turning
this?
around, and it's outside of the room you're currently in, down the corridor at the very end, opposite where you entered.
Down the corridor at the very end, the opposite of where we entered.
Alright.
There's magic afoot.
Can we check out that locked wardrobe before we move on?
I mean, I feel like
I'm a good get out and get running towards the end of the corridor, but you can stay behind and look
Mayhaps.
at the wardrobe.
we should head to the end of the corridor.
It's not very in
We can
character,
divide it
Liv.
up.
You got loot to get.
No, shit, you're fine. Piece of shit. Yeah.
You and I are
Let
more
me
like.
crack this wardrobe.
I'm starting for the end of the
You
corridor
You're
go
starting
to
for the ending of the
fucking
corridor.
with my
And
40
Livia, you're
speed.
going towards so you get there real fast. Livia, you're going to the wardrobe.
You're
William,
going to the
you're.
wardrobe.
I'm in that room.
So you
searching
notice
for-
there's an adjoining wall. There's
Yeah.
an adjoining door that goes to that room they're in.
Oh,
and it's
I go
closed.
in there.
So you open the door and you see William.
Livia!
What's up? Let's find
And
some
Ali's
treasure.
fine,
That's
what are you
more
doing?
in
I'm heading to the
character.
door. The
So
other,
you,
down
so
the
you and
end.
Gregory start moving back.
Livia, I try to find treasure.
We'll do
Yeah,
you two
I'm
first.
smashing
As you
rocks.
approach the wardrobe,
Yeah.
you again see something in the corner right. This time on the other wall. Obviously you didn't see it before, but it's on the other wall. And you go to look. Roll a perception check.
Do I roll so?
Yes. So this is the door. This is the wall that you're currently passing through.
20!
Oh,
20, 17.
you are
Plus.
perceptive.
My perception is
3.
So you notice.
20.
You quickly look, and for a second you can see this faint, ghostly image of something you've probably never seen before, and it looks at you. Just passes through the wall.
And I see it all.
But as you enter, that happens and goes into the other room. And now you look behind.
Yeah, I look behind me with my 20.
Nothing's there.
Alright.
As you two head towards the end, you test the door. It's locked.
It's locked?
Yeah.
Does anybody have like a Ouija board?
I have a Wii.
Not what I want.
Gaming system?
Not what I want. Not what I want. That's not what I want.
Remy picks the lock
But
with
you
the
notice
Wii
there's
gaming
a door
system.
to the right. So this is the last door, and there's another door to the right. And there's the last door where you registered the magic.
Yeah, and can I just bash this open? I'm just gonna try and hit it open.
Yeah, sure. Roll. Don't roll for attack. Just roll an attack damage.
So this isn't the
Oh,
door to
attack
the right, this is
damage.
the door at the very end.
Like a
Why
D4
don't you try
unarmed
the door on the
attack,
right?
Yeah, right.
You know what? Roll strength check.
I'm just going on the right.
which has recently been reduced by that
Did you say
damn
don't say
shadow.
things before?
Don't jinx.
Fair.
13?
13. You go to crack it with your
What if I
fist.
did it with athletics?
No. Yeah. If you're kicking it, yeah. Sure. What do you have for that?
15.
Yeah. Kicking it or punching it.
Kicking it. My legs are huge.
Cool. So you line it up, get to one side.
Like I aim for like where the lock is, like as
Perfect.
close to that as possible. I've seen cop procedurals and I just like
No, you should go for the middle of the door because that's where the most gift will be.
no. Because
So
you
as
have to-
Ellie
A security
tells
system
you,
is only as strong as we can.
you're about to line up, and Ellie like, no.
Middle of the door.
Yeah, but then we'll just kick a hole through the middle of the door and then have to kick the rest of the door
He's
down.
huge.
Then it'll
Listen.
shift the-
The structural integrity
I'm
gone.
kicking at the lock, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Doing making fail. He's wrong.
I cast command.
I've already done this.
You kick the door, and the handle just sparkles, and there's a big hole where your leg has gone through. You pull it out.
I've lost a leg. I can't feel it.
You pull it out, and you just.
I don't pull it. I haven't pulled it out yet. I think I've lost it.
You have no object permanent. You're like a baby.
My leg's gone. Elipine. Clerical magic, help me. Elipine. What do you know? Elipine.
Do we
Fix my leg. Elipine.
We don't even know that Alipine's a cleric.
Elipine.
I try the door to the right.
Elipine.
So as you go to get to the door to the right, we'll do you two quick. William, you look in the room
Yeah.
to see if you can see the spectre, and
My foot as well.
you look about, and you're looking about,
Yeah.
but then something in front of you just appears.
Hey! Ah!
Hello.
Rises from the ground.
Ah!
This horrid image of this terrible, terrible being. Looks like that.
Ah!
No.
And
It's like
it,
that meme.
it rises.
It is. It's like the brain meme.
Oh, right,
When it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
surrounded
It's
by
going to tell you what
plants.
it's like to be a plant.
It rises
Yeah.
and screams, and you hear this echo throughout the room, and it moves towards you. Can I get you to roll initiative, and everyone else for that matter?
Damn
Even us.
3!
I can't.
it. You. My
Sure.
feet are in my way, you piece of
No,
shit.
see, have you tried pulling your leg out?
No.
Okay. You know, I like it.
I like you supporting your leg.
Yeah, no, it's important.
What do you got?
20.
20?
Whoa!
Yeah, it's not gonna help me out.
Alibon?
10.
As sort of an action, I
you want to do the obvious thing, or?
Other
I
leg.
go on
Other
further.
leg.
I try and no, you know what? I just like I grab my leg and I'm like use my strength. I'm gonna use a strength roll
Sure.
to pull.
Oh,
my
he's
leg
gonna
out.
dislocate his
Oh,
knee.
and what you're gonna? Sure. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, so I yank it with a 13 plus, and it's athletics. Oh no, I think it'd just be strength. So that's a
Yeah, that's right.
15.
How
15.
much would he have to roll to dislocate his knee?
So
It's
you
either a
begin
1 or
pulling
a
your leg
20.
out, and your
Yeah.
foot gets caught on the other side, and you've been pull, and you manage to wiggle it out.
Yeah.
Does he fall over?
I
Yeah.
And yeah, you
I
stand
actually used to do
there.
ballet. Funny thing about Gregory, he got a very good point.
Really hoped that was a Remy fun fact for one
Yeah,
second.
me too.
No.
Did it in year 7.
Your leg's out of the
I'll do it
door.
again.
But the
So-
door lock is gone. You can actually see through it if you like.
Oh, okay, I looked through it.
Just roll initiative.
I'm gonna roll this.
You don't celebrate the fact that you still have a leg.
Oh no, that's sort of in character. I will. That's 14.
gonna
14.
pin that
And
flower.
yeah, pinning that, I look down and I'm gonna take a while. I'm not gonna
There's
have a turn.
the tiniest splinter in there drawing blood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Has it pierced my costume?
Think
about
What are
it.
you wearing? What were you wearing?
It was very carefully. Has it?
It was socks. It was socks up.
Yeah, socks up.
There's
Yeah, definitely.
there's a ladder. It's the smallest one, and you flex your leg for a second, and it.
Julian, think about what you say very carefully. Anyway, you guys want to go?
Did I get...
Gregory takes a moment.
I've never had such beautiful clothes.
I got a 15, but I know I got a 14 by the way.
There's no like double meaning to this. It's just that you really didn't want to rip your clothes. Is that all it is?
I totally forgotten.
As a growing
Livia.
female, Gregory's mother would.
You hear the scream echo throughout.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
Oh, look, it would be out of character for me to run towards it, so I'm gonna just let other people deal with it and keep looking for that sweet treasure.
It's in the same room as you.
No, it's in the opposite room.
But it can go through walls. Don't forget that. Probably.
There's
It can,
a
and then I'll deal-
blood-curdling scream
and then I'll deal
2
with it
meters
when-
away from you.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair. I do the same thing.
I haven't been informed of what my character motivations are, so I'm gonna follow them and keep looking for sweet, delicious gold. And
What are you checking? There's a wardrobe and a small chest now that you can see it at the foot of the bed.
Small chest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit that.
Cool. So it's not on arm, not locked up. So you look down, you lift it up. There's some fabrics in there.
Are they good fabrics?
They seem relatively good.
Alright, I'll pocket them.
Cool. As you pick them up, you notice a small lockbox underneath.
Hell yeah. I don't have a lockpicking kit. I pictured the disguise kit. I don't know why. But I have a dagger, so I could use like the blunt end of it to get at that lock.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. So it's a small lockbox. It's about as big as like
Small?
here. So the lock itself is more so a hatch,
Use the
and there's a small little
pointed.
Shitty. It's a shitty
yeah,
lock.
it's a small little lock.
Pretty
You
sure
can
could
maybe
probably-
buy
I'm
it.
pretty sure I can pick locks though.
No, you can. You have a
Okay.
thieves tools.
Oh, great. Then I
Yeah.
pick the lock.
Cool. Roll a dexterity check. Roll a d20, add 2. Oh, and then your proficiency. So add 4 to the roll.
Oh shit! It's a 3 plus 4 is a 7.
So you take a second to pick the right lock as you hear screams and
Bright light city.
and you go to. You just can't get it. You might need a bit more time.
Can I have more time?
You can spend your action to do another attempt.
Yeah,
if you
I
want.
am. I'm not going to go after the scream.
Sure, yeah. So you spend your whole turn. Yeah, go for another check.
I'm gonna try and crack this. Fuck! It's a 1. God damn it!
As you
Oh, God damn it!
breaks inside the lock.
Oh.
Like if you're gonna get this off, it's gonna take a bit more time. It's been a while.
7
Take a
years.
moment.
Can I take the lockbox with me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Then I take it with me.
So write down lockbox question mark and fabrics.
Okay, but I
Next
No,
turn
it's not done,
is
it's on the couch.
William. You see this thing rise from the ground and look towards you, almost as like the shadows before. They were pure black. This seems to be translucent and has a white outline, and its hair stands on ends, and its mouth gapes open.
Oh.
It's a proper monster.
Yes. Oh no.
Your cheese rots slightly in your backpack.
Does it become plow?
You
Is it getting flavors?
A very valid question.
Have I gained back any sorcery points for reference?
haven't used them, so you have 2 sorcery points you can turn into a...
No, I've got 3 total, but I used 2 earlier.
Check the place handbook. Do you get them back during your...
I don't remember.
your short rest?
It's not super important. I was just wondering because.
Sorcerer.
And then, how do I make a lower level spell at the same? Like, is it possible to upgrade a spell to use a spell slot from a lower level spell at a higher?
Yeah, if it
strength?
allows you to. What's the spell?
Could you look up Shocking Grasp for me?
No, that's a cantrip, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a cantrip.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
It's about 10 feet away from you.
10 feet away?
Yeah.
I go, I miss being able to asexually reproduce! And I witch bolt.
When were you ever
Because William is asexual.
As a plant.
Wow.
It's an emotional
Layers.
The layers begin. Roll a d20,
Yeah,
add
they do.
+5 to it.
Leaves, but
So they don't have preference. They just blow on the wind. They don't know what.
yeah.
I'm
You have
pretty
Tides of Chaos back.
Yeah, I'm pretty shook. I was going to say,
You asked
I
him.
would
I'm
probably
pretty sure
use
it's
Tides
not
of Chaos.
Roll
advantage
another d20 and take the high result.
still insane?
3 and an 11
+5.
plus 5 is 6.
So you... And it's arcing out, and you bring it forward, and you feel your dice begin to rise once more in your pocket, and you connect with the spectre. Roll a d12. Hi, Lucy.
I love games. 11
11?
plus what?
It's just 11.
Yeah,
Good roll.
11.
Nice.
So,
nice.
and it's connecting, and
Yeah.
you can see the spectre. And it
I wish I could
moves
talk to the spectre.
towards you.
To small bits.
Next turn is you,
It's
Gregory.
not, though.
Oh, it's not.
It's not my turn.
I think it's
Oh,
my
so
turn.
you just take it.
I take a moment.
The spectre moves towards you.
Do
I like the parallel. You're looking at your sock, and you're like, ah!
I honestly don't think Gregory quite understands the concept of like repairing like fineries.
Sure. Because he's never done it as a monk.
He's never had fine things. So like this little rip, it's like, well, that's it.
That's
You
it.
might
Take
as
You
well
also
go.
thought you'd lost your foot 30 seconds ago.
Much more important.
It moves towards you.
Is it all hindered by the fact that I am arcing lightning into its stomach still?
It doesn't seem to be as effective as you once thought. Although powerful and sustained, it and still moves towards you.
Oh, please don't.
Oh god.
It stands 5 feet back as it claws out towards you with a 13 to hit. That's gonna hit
That'll do
because
it.
you're
I have an armor class of 11, so
10 at the moment. Oh no, yeah, 11 because you just said
11.
11.
Does Alupine get a turn before the thingo, or does the thingo have to go? No.
How much health you on?
20.
The DM
That's
asked
gonna
that.
kill me.
Yeah. Should I kill him?
You take 12 points
Ooh.
of necrotic damage and roll a d10. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
A D10?
Roll a d20.
9.
9?
Plus what?
Constitution.
Constitution plus 2, so 11.
11. Cool. As it just, its mere presence brings its claws in and tears your insides. It just melts through and you feel your internal organs almost bleed in a way.
Oh god.
And you take a moment to stand back and you shake it off as you almost feel your life essence not drip out but just drain out. And you manage to hold yourself while sustaining
Do I
it.
lose? Yeah.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. So roll another one. This is to maintain the witch bolt. You have to roll over 10.
15!
Phenomenal. So you, although you continue to do it. Next turn is Alupine.
Sick. I was opening the door. Do I, when the scream happens, do I get a chance to see if the door is open or not?
The
door- you
which,
open-
which
you-
door? The one to the right?
The
Or
right.
Yeah, she used the whole turn.
So
to open the door.
you no, you haven't had a turn yet.
When you say it like that.
You open the door and it's just a general storeroom. There seems to be barrels, a sleeping quarters for maybe a guard, perhaps if they're on watch, but nothing of interest.
Sick. I'm gonna head towards the
Scream.
screams.
Cool.
yeah.
So you open it and you run down. What's your movement?
Pretty slow. It's like 25.
You get about halfway there.
But it might be 25 because of the armor. Does she have armor on?
Oh,
No, it's because she's a
Tiny
No.
person.
she's an you can use your action to run even further if you like, to run 50 feet instead of 25, but that'll be your full turn.
do I get like a witchy sense that something is amiss?
Yeah, your
But
Where'd
heard-
you go?
heard that
not
scream.
that you also
Oh.
your goat lost concentration.
Aw.
It's probably been a minute while you guys were conversing.
Right.
Also, yeah, so you as you run, you think for a moment, and you can hear the rustling in your backpack as your rabbit friend seems to be agitating
Oh,
quite significantly.
okay. Can I cast a general healing word out to my comrades?
You don't have line of sight; they're in the room.
Can't do
You
that.
can, and the person you can see is Gregory behind you.
And
Who
he is
seems to
hurt,
be-
So.
Huge. I'm going to use my turn to run towards the screen.
Cool. So you keep running towards. Next turn is Livia.
Alright.
So you've just picked up
this.
this. You hear lightning cackle, and you're looking at it, and oh
At this point.
Did she see my innards getting sliced?
no, because she's
At
in the
this
room.
point, I finally cop and
Thanks.
go.
Waltz. You waltz. You don't.
I amble, I saunter, I stroll even
Yeah,
towards.
no sort of emergency.
There is no rush.
So you walk in, and you can see this image here.
Cool. Fun.
Which one is the one on the
Love it.
right? Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
The
the
spooky
not the
bloke.
giant, not the big frogman.
Spooky, scary
I love the
skeleton.
frogman.
Spooky,
We
scary
could be friends. We could
skeleton,
win the
It
favour of the
stands
frogman.
over, it floats over William, and he's trying to hold on best as he can, but he looks like physically
Ill.
ill.
Well,
Cool.
cool.
It's
Well,
pneumonia.
all I have is my dagger. Like I have nothing else on me, so I guess I just like throw it at the thing.
Can you sneak attack though? Does it know she's there?
No, but you have an ally adjacent to it.
Yeah.
So you can, because your ally is
can.
adjacent to it. You get a sneak attack.
Distracting it.
All right. Cool. Yeah,
It's all its intent is currently on William.
Great.
So
then
you walked in and it's moving towards,
Okay.
and you've got a good angle.
yeah. All right. Then use that bad boy.
Roll a d20.
I will.
This is the creepiest thing in the world.
It's very upsetting. Fuck! It's a 2.
Two?
Plus.
So you throw it,
I don't know what that is.
and it just arcs over, and it lands.
You're in a room.
It lands nearby.
It's
Clearly not the best
Honestly,
day.
that's about what would happen if I tried to throw a dagger.
But isn't it a finesse weapon? Can't she do it again?
No, but she's thrown the dagger. She only put one in.
Has it
No,
now seen
Did
it?
you only do one?
She brought one dagger in.
Yeah, because there were no weapons on
No,
that.
you said you lined
Oh, yeah,
your
that's
entire
shit,
skirt.
Yeah, I have way more than one.
She has hundreds of daggers.
Olivia,
I have
you
a
remember,
million-
and
I
you.
have so many more, and I'm like, but then I'm like, shit, how do I get it out of my hoop skirt? So I'm like,
Exactly like that. You're like, does that? No, I'm fine.
I'm like lifting up the bottom and
Yeah.
like, ankle dagger.
And you're like, holy.
Oh my god! Did she get another go?
Yeah, she gets
Yeah,
to throw
that
another
was,
one.
yeah. All right, cool. Second try, boys. Let's see how we.
What was it?
If you hit me,
Just. We're getting another one. We're getting
So
another
this time you throw,
Simples may have another.
it hits, but it hits not the dagger side, it hits the other side. Turn that shit off.
So it like thwacks it on its head with the blunt end of the dagger?
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
That does a bit.
Now it's
damage.
alerted it to my presence.
Mhm.
Luckily, I have so many more daggers dangling from my hoop skirt,
Love it.
cutting my calves and thighs to shreds.
That ends your turn. Next turn is William.
sorry.
That's right.
Ow!
Yeah.
Is what I say. I'm still going.
Yeah, so
and
you sustain. And
yeah,
you
I'm
continue.
sustaining, and I'm in a lot of pain. I'm very, very grumpy because you know what? At the end of the day, William's been a plant today. He doesn't know what's going on in this entire conflict.
In the last 48 hours, you've summoned a unicorn,
Yeah.
sent a dwarf jousting, and become a plant.
I don't know what's happening.
Wow, magic.
5 minutes ago, I was chanting about how great this guy was, and then I was a plant, and now I have the scariest thing I've ever seen, and I'm arcing lightning that yesterday I found out I could do. So I'm just very upset, and with all of my upsetness, I really just
Fuck it, roll d12.
Your tears are bouncing off the board, lightning like
Is this William's really just become a very confused and upset character.
Very emotional.
He's going through some changes.
Oh, it's a 6.
6.
D12 or D20?
D12.
Oh, D12, but you rolled a D. Oh, I see.
Nice.
He's a
So you
Love
and
it.
you feel that confusion and you channel it through the lightning and Gregory, it's your turn.
It is.
At last.
I regain my constitution. I stand up straight with a stiff neck and a tear in my eye. I look back and I run towards my friends. How far away is it?
It's about 70 feet away.
Yeah.
To get
Alright,
to the
well,
door.
I use both my movements.
Sure, you
which is
just
80.
bolt
Do I get
and using
hurt?
your long legs.
Process.
Using my very long legs.
Just
The-
over how you
You feel the ladder in your stocking just.
Oh no! Take them off, Gregory.
You
No.
run in and you see this being attacking William. William
Yeah.
sustaining this arc, and you see Livia just trying to throw it, and you run past Alupine as she's now just getting around that corner too.
Cool.
You currently, if you like, you could be toe to toe with the creature.
Can I attack it?
You've used your dash to move.
Can you use
Yeah.
his like
Is
Is
fisty
that's my
action? though?
action.
Yeah, so you got a bonus action.
Fisty boy?
Yeah, you can.
Excusez-moi,
Whip.
s'il vous plaît. Yes, I could.
Are you allowed to seduce monsters or not?
I mean, there's monsters and then there's undead
Horrifying
creatures.
demon creatures, which we all hate.
And then there's me.
But like, surely.
Alright, well
this
then I'm
will-
just gonna hit it with my fist.
Use the fist. Cool.
Yeah,
So go for an attack. Roll an attack roll.
Um, 9.
9.
Yeah.
So you go to attack.
Yeah,
But you miss, unfortunately.
And then. No, I'll stand in front of it. Fuck it.
Cool. Do you stand in? Are you standing more close to William or to the creature?
More close to William.
Cool. As protecting.
Yeah,
Cool.
protecting him.
Um,
The highest AC.
You
The
protect
spectre.
anti-attack.
The spectre now looks at all four of you and seeing Alupine turn around the corner.
Is somehow scared.
I wink.
This is not a battle I can fight.
Oh my
The-
god, the pole stars. Can I get your autograph?
The spectre takes it all in for a moment.
Oh, gross.
Bad.
And sinks into the ground.
No!
No, wait.
No!
I'm like whack-a-mole. I'm whack-a-mole.
I've got like so much electricity
I'm
going at it
throwing
still.
daggers.
Roll a opportunity attack, and I'll let you roll because you'll be cutting it off
Oh.
and exits.
14 plus
Maneuvers.
5, 19.
That hits.
Boom,
And roll a
bitch.
d12, Samuel.
A 9.
9.
2 plus 3.
3.
Cool.
5. But can I use my key? Can I use a bonus action?
No, because
No,
it's you literally just reacting as,
No,
as
no,
you
no.
as you punch.
Fair enough.
As you whack it down, and it sinks into the ground.
No!
Did it notice all the actions? Okay, I got a question though, because mine, I have.
So your lightning sustains, and as you push once more, it arcs down, and as its head just dips down, it just cascades with the ground.
I'm wondering, is my lightning able to stay connected to it even though it's in the ground?
Huge.
No, it's physical. You're not like it's not like magical. Like you attack the creature wherever it is. It's like you gotta have line of sight to.
Well, I was
maintain
just
it.
wondering.
I love
Can he
doing
come-
this.
yeah.
It's just. So the creature goes underneath. We're
I
still
just
in,
want to create
still in initiative order.
That's it, yeah, totally. Oh,
So we're not out of combat.
I'm not
scary.
Did it have a smell? Can we roll like a perception to see if anything's like changed
Well-
when it arrived? I don't know.
Actually,
It smells
probably.
Like kebabs.
What would you like
Okay,
to do?
well, I'm just going to keep a
So,
general
next-
awareness because I noticed that before I saw the slight glimmer of light.
Mm.
So I can maybe.
So so we'll go through turns. Let you prepare actions. But next turn, Alupine, you just turn in as you see the creature dissolve into the ground.
That's all you said.
What would you like to do? What would you like to do, Alupine?
I am going to cast Healing Word
Mhm.
over I might cast Cure Wounds on William.
Sure.
Is he like? Can I see any damage on William, or is it all?
You can
coming
see
from-
that he's pale. Like he's visibly hurt. You can't see any physical damage, but he
Oh, okay.
definitely like seems weakened.
Yeah, right. Alright, well, I'll cast Healing Word.
Yep.
Over kind of the group.
Can you do that?
I think so.
I don't think it's multiple.
Okay, I'll cast it.
Just look it up.
Keep in
While
mind
you
who
decide,
might
because
be
you're just doing
taking
a
more
healing
damage.
spell, I'll move on to the next, and you just let me know who you do it to. Who are you targeting? Alipine? If it's not multiple creatures, who are you healing?
Oh well, I guess I don't know unless anybody wants to like yell out.
Well, just let me know when.
I'd love healing.
Ow!
I'm the one who gets
jingle,
hit a lot.
jingle.
Hachi machi.
I'm the one who gets hit a lot. So
I got some necrotic.
Actually,
damage,
in the, so far, no.
yes, but I'm the only one.
Next turn is Livia.
I mean, I've seen it sink into the ground. I don't know what more we can do except go
More robbing!
Go downstairs. I don't know if we necessarily want to do that. How do we feel?
What if we just go through the door?
Hey, there's a door that's been a bit of a bitch to me, so mayhaps we should kick it down.
You sure you want to try that again? I'm looking at the ladder in your
Maybe I'll shoulder. Oh no, I'm gonna use the same leg.
So you're heading out to the far door now.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I'll follow.
You're following. What are you doing, William? They've kind of just you see them walk out.
No, man, I'm like, there's like a single tear down my face.
Aw.
I miss my trunk. I kind of like slowly start to follow behind them, but I look behind me as it's happening, and then like I kind of like hold back. I'm like about to cry. I'm very overwhelmed.
Do you want us to see the tears?
No!
Or do you try and
No!
Do you need a hug?
Nobody can see the tears.
You can't
What
tell.
are you overwhelmed?
It's just a lot, man. There's a lot of things
I
happening.
don't know what's going on.
Not all. Everyone's an adventurer, I guess.
Just a lot, okay?
You can still hear the battle dying down now, and you can hear people running up the stairs as well. Alipine, who did you choose to heal?
Yeah, I'll heal William,
William?
and it's 1d4 plus 3.
Cool.
Oh. Do you roll that?
So roll a d4 plus 3.
Yeah, roll a d4 plus 3 to heal William's finish.
No, heal him.
Spellcaster.
Well, I'm actually on 5. What do you want?
I'm on like I'm still on 8, so you should probably heal yourself. You are much more suited to take hits than me. Like I'm gonna hold back. Like I shouldn't be getting hit.
As in William is ranged, and we are both melee focused. Oh, 4 plus 3 at 7. Who are you healing? You
Wow. Do you want to finish that sentence?
gnome.
Who are you healing?
William.
What? How much do you heal?
7. I'm back up to
Cool.
19. I'm just like,
So you get healed. So yeah, Alupine, you touch a holy symbol and you point towards William. And William, as you look around, you feel invigorated as Alupine.
all of
kills
my
you.
organs come back together.
There goes my liver.
So you're all heading towards the door now. You two are more in front, and you get there first.
Yeah.
So there's a hallway.
Well,
locked
I
once
think
again.
I stay back. I don't actually have as many hit points as I'd like,
You're
so I think I can
afraid.
go.
You're upset.
I
Oh.
stay back.
You don't want to confront the door again?
Fernando walks out of the.
Oh yeah, Fernando, where have you been this whole time?
I'm just
I've-
a silly guy. So-
Watching, very good. You know,
Watching.
as he
Yeah, 'cause
walks, you
we could've
hear
used
his
one
coin.
Of those sick magical guitar riffs back there, but I guess not.
You know what? I was busy.
Doing what? Hiding, coward.
As he walks, you hear start jingling his pockets.
Not fair. You know what? I respect that, honestly.
You know what?
Look,
You know
look,
what? As long as you use it to pay off the bar tab that we will inevitably run up again, why not?
Thank you.
Pimp it ain't easy.
But I'm here now. I'm here to help through the door.
How much of a jingle?
Every time he
Don't
walks,
do
it's like a.
Like
Don't do
this much?
Yeah.
Don't do this.
I look for that.
He needs this.
We'll have a game later.
Yeah. I'm very easy to please.
So you move towards the door, and you're taking a step back. Who would like to open the door if they want to?
I elect Alupine. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
No, it's
So
no, it's
salty.
fine.
You can hear laughter through the door.
It's
Uh,
fucking
the same
creepy.
laugh
Is
as
it 4G?
before.
no. It's definitely coming from the humanoid. It's heart. It's like.
And the jangling
Well
of
then
keys.
I walk in.
Being placed into
I
a
walk
bowl.
in and I just start laughing. I'm just
I
like.
didn't. It's a great.
Hey guys, what's up?
And you see before you, you see this shell of a man as he's got these fabrics washed over him and his crazy hair, and he
Can relate to
holds this orb, and he's looking around. Now this is like the edge of one of the ramparts that look over the balcony. It's actually the balcony that Lovelace addressed you in the beginning. Looking out to the courtyard. He's looking around and he's just laughing to the wind, and he sees you laughing. He's like, "It's funny, is it not?"
I guess.
So
Could
funny.
you just repeat the joke?
Everyone's going to die.
Oh, that joke.
Hey,
Everyone.
What a joke.
That is actually a bit funny.
That's very funny.
Am I there?
I'm a
You're all
nihilist, that's
here.
very
It
You
is
see-
funny.
Including us.
I see you survived. That's fortunate. I guess you'll see the end times like I have. Oh,
Cool. No doubt. If you could give us a quick preview, that would be so good.
a preview.
Yeah.
I've given you a taste today, have I not?
I just meant, not so much in actions as in words.
What?
Tell us what's going to happen.
You want
Yeah,
words?
An oral
And-
preview.
and,
of-
like
A story.
next
Tell
time,
us a story.
next time on Glee, like
He
you
takes
could be like a Stephen King sort of guy.
Yeah.
two
Here's
steps
what you missed on
forwards.
Glee.
Two
What's
steps
happening?
forwards and gets very close to you, almost too close.
Cool.
And he says,
Almost too close.
Not quite though.
You want to hear a story? I'll tell you a story.
Love it, thank you. Tuck me into
Misery
bed.
Vex. Have you heard of them before?
I have not.
Oh,
What do you say?
I'm unfamiliar.
Misery
They're
Vex.
going
No,
to kill you. They're
they're
going
the
to kill us all.
Can I
I've
kill him with my
seen
quarter
it.
staff?
Please don't. I need to get the rest of this story.
No, okay, go on.
Roll a history check.
Misery
and
Vex,
would
we've heard of
you
them
to-
before.
Please,
No,
where
I'm
does
not
this
gonna-
D20 keep going?
Could you keep rolling it on
I
there?
do not. That's such a lie. It's a 3. God, what
Three?
is going on?
No,
with
no,
Roll
you?
more. Do more rolling in your rolls.
Yeah, I'm
Roll
also. Can I
again.
also do a history
Roll
roll?
a history check.
I would also roll a history check. No, I wouldn't.
18 plus old mates. Yeah, 18.
18. You look him over, and Misery Vex, you've heard it before, first and foremost, in the warehouse. It's what the...
Oh yeah,
It's the
I have a
necklace.
cultist robe.
Yeah,
I have
the
a
cultist
cultist
robe.
robe
Yeah,
misery
yeah,
vex.
yeah,
Yeah, correct.
Oh, that's right, because
It's all
the
coming
charm
back
thing.
to me now.
Yeah.
You also look over the man. Beneath his robes, you notice plate armor, and it slightly shines. Very wealthy. You notice that the cloak has kind of been haphazardly put on, it's in tatters, but what is beneath is quite rich. And you look at him, and he seems, although insane, and with a large beard that's like rustic and twisted, and his hair's pulled back, you notice that there's a few... He looks weathered. He seems like he's seen a lot. He doesn't look like the standard like lunatic. And looking at him, he almost looks familiar in a way, but you just can't put it. Just
Fernando.
Fernando is actually looking at him, and it can't be.
Brother, it's your long lost
Dad!
twin. It's your brother.
Fernando, who is it?
Wait. What's your name, old man? Lunatic. My name? I don't need a name anymore. I haven't even
What
used
was it
Fernando's.
once?
Oh,
Furbolgs don't have pronouns.
they called me Lothlander, the cleric, but these days, I don't know what I am. For some of you, it clicks. Lothlanders was one of the heroes from the Alexander's Might, the group of heroes that slew the dragon. And you know, Lothlander, although it wasn't in Ogmarings at the time of this demise, definitely has a name to carry around. You've heard maybe stories or rumors. It's the type of story that you may be aspiring to. It's the type of story you probably heard the knights in the jousting ring talk about. Like, I'm going to be like Lothlander.
I'm going to be like a bard?
Well, he's not a bard.
Who's a cleric?
He's a cleric.
I
And
guess.
you see him now, and that's where he's familiar. You've read some books, perhaps, or you've seen some visages of this man who now seems broken and a husk.
For reference, what are the highly trained guards and other people doing?
And you hear them come behind you, and as he's like laughing at his name, looking about, holding the orb, you notice Born, the Dragonborn commander of the Lorien Guards, in this flowing green armor, storm in, pushes you out of the way, says, "What's the meaning of this?" And he looks at Lothlander. You are responsible. You're coming with me." And he takes his shoulder and he pushes him the other way. You notice now that Magus Urel, the Magus who you saw in the Orc Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
She comes in and she quickly does a quick
Yeah.
magical spell,
Yeah.
and you notice that he no longer speaks or laughs. He mute laughs.
No, don't take him in. Don't take him in. It's the Joker's shit.
You see, she pulls out the orb and she puts it into a sack, and she looks at four of you and just nods her head as if like, thank you.
No.
And you see Bjorn with a few guards push him, manacles on his back, and push him down. And within about 4 to 10 seconds, you're just standing there in the cold.
What happened to the spooky ghost?
Kill him. Kill him now.
Oh.
It's what he wants. He wants to be captured. Don't worry, I've heard all about this shit. Do you reckon this fucking big wizard
You're
guy...
getting very Lebanese, like stereotypical Lebanese.
Am I?
Yeah, you're like, oh, this fucking wizard shit.
Hey, don't interrupt the RP, William.
I'm so sorry.
Are you doing this in character?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm calling you out on your racism in character.
It was not intentional. I'll go back to speaking like this.
Yeah, better.
That's
not
us.
better.
Go back. What were you saying?
Well,
Oh, Christ.
I sound like Angus Sampson.
Just, can you just
I'm sorry.
say what you mean to say?
Well, so big bad cleric guys usually don't get just captured. So what I'm saying is mayhaps he wants to be captured,
So we should.
and that his plan is. So I'm saying we put him down now. So I'm saying we go behind the little kingdom dragonborn orc lady's back,
And just shoot
Stick
a fire
like a-
on him. Yep.
sorta, and that's what I'm suggesting.
Oh,
Ali-
there's no way to know that.
Yeah, Ali Pine, you've
Not
heard
happy.
stories. Like, this is a man of virtue, of utmost goodness, a cleric, lawful. To see him like this, you kind of, it's disbelieving almost. I like your idea. You know what? If we kill him, we could, blame it on some dark magic. But I mean,
Yes.
the thing is, though, we would have to find where he
A
is.
wild boar.
Wild boar.
So who does that benefit?
Oh, Christ.
What is killing him? Who does that benefit?
Well, all I'm saying is that he
You're
probably has
assuming
a...
that he wants to die.
No, I'm
He's
assuming
been
that he
separated
wants...
from his orb.
He wants to be captured. Is what I'm saying. And listen, it's a little metagamey. It's not, because this is how I think. He wants to be captured. For some reason, he wants to get close to the king. He wants to kill the king.
There isn't a king, is there?
Yeah.
I thought
Lovelace.
I thought he was like a chancellor.
Well,
I thought he
Lovelace
was
is the
elected.
ruler of Lorien.
Yeah, I thought he was
Remember,
an
there's
elected ruler.
there's two other kingdoms. You don't know their political structure,
Okay, cool.
but you know that Lovelace is essentially the king.
We should know it. Like, politics is everything.
Yeah.
Like, we should...
I'm.
Well, you know Borune, the one that's in the Underdark, is
Yeah.
ruled by a council of dwarves and tieflings who demand over the Crocs. And you know that Vin, the more militaristic, is run by another council as well, but they're more so military might, less of politics. It's more structured there, more a hierarchy. Here, the king seems to be like the dominating force, and then he has a small council, people like Magus Urel at this point, Bjorn, and a few others you might have seen, but you don't
He
know.
was Magus. I feel like Magus is a very elected name. Like, I've been elected to Magus. I'm your local Magus
Well,
representative.
you know that Madras is from the Alice. You know that Urel is from the Alistair Towers, who is basically here to oversee the magical rule of the Harbinger Tourney.
This is all great world
Back
building.
to RP. No.
All I'm
no,
saying is
where's
it
the
was
queen?
All I'm saying it was too easy to capture
He
him.
was still laughing.
He was
he
still
was still
laughing.
laughing.
He was still happy that he was
He
cool.
let
He's
the
been
orb
driven-
he let the orb be taken away. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Then
And
why is it our problem?
Well, in the dark night. No.
He said it was the end of days.
Yeah.
He's seen something awful.
Yeah, that he
He's
is
gone
going to
mad.
make happen.
So I say
I don't think so. I think something else is in. I don't think it's him.
there's an explosive in the orb.
Well,
So
can I roll
even if-
perception
even
on that
if-
orb?
Even if it isn't him, he's clearly being influenced by a greater power that is going to make him do something when he went too easily. And if he's in the jail, then he's in the palace.
Yes.
I
Is
assume.
jail
Is
in
the
the
jail
palace
in the
the same
palace?
thing?
Is this like
Where's
a
the jail on
classic
the map?
castle
Well,
where
actually,
the
you
jail's in
know,
the palace?
you remember
In the basement
talking.
of the palace?
No, you actually don't know, but you actually remember talking to the
Yeah.
that remember
Yeah,
when he said there
basically.
was rules downstairs, he meant the basement, he meant the
But
prison.
you're gonna tell us that like that time that William was in
black
jail.
cells.
But you know that there's prisons beneath the keep.
The black cells.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
I'm saying it was too easy to capture him, and I say we should put him out of his goddamn misery.
And
Well,
how,
can we
and
ask
how
to
do you most
interrogate him?
effectively blow up a building? You get something in the basement and blow up the
Basement.
foundation.
I'm not gonna let you kill him.
Where's the coin in
It's
it?
too bad.
Yeah, too bad, so sad, my
I turn
friend.
invisible and
Oh,
die.
no, no,
I can't.
I'm on your side.
Short
Invisible is
rest.
the biggest Deus Ex mission. It's just like, whee.
No, I need a short rest.
Okay.
Has
Does
everybody?
this count as a short rest?
You guys currently you're moving back slowly. You're debating in the corridor.
How far ahead are they? Are they? can
They've
hear
already
us?
they've already looked at it. Magus, Urel lingered for a quick moment, kind of.
But it's not Pokemon. It's not as if as soon as they exit the room, they're gone.
No. But they've walked down the corridor. Bjorn's taken.
How is it
Lothlander.
not Pokemon?
How
Beyond-
is it Pokemon?
It's like the same thing.
Bjorn's taken Lothlander and walked him down. You guys have been talking for at least a minute now.
Alright, so I'm gonna follow them.
Same.
Also,
So
I sadly walk by.
you begin following about after a minute or so of conversation. And looking down as you're walking over the corridor, you notice everyone's kind of putting up tables again. They're putting it together. It seems that everyone's like.
Did anyone die?
You notice there's a few people being pulled away.
Are there medics?
And you notice there are a lot of clerics nearby who you've seen before in the
Healing, maybe.
in the jousting. If you recall when
maybe they are.
I think it was you, when you fell, a cleric healed
Yeah,
you.
that real.
And you notice another cleric moving about the field, just lending out the healing magic that they can. They're in these green robes, and they carry a symbol of. It's Lyria. Goddess of Joy. So it's a triangle with a three 6-pointed stars.
Help! I'm slightly hurt.
Yes. Yeah, we were going, hey, check us out.
So you
Like
approach
a
one of the
band.
clerics in his green flowing robes. It's a this younger gentleman who seems to be sort of almost not sure what to
Fresh.
do,
He's
but
a bit
looks to you
green.
and
I'd say.
you could say,
Hey.
"You require healing."
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And also, my strength's down.
Can't fix that, unfortunately. You should perhaps rest. But if you're looking for healing, I can help you with that. And he puts out his hand, and you notice that he too holds a holy symbol, which he then casts upon you. Healing word, healing you all. 8 points each.
You're the worst cleric ever.
So he takes a moment to heal you, and you regain some strength.
Full strength.
Now, if you don't mind, I must require to the dead.
Yes.
And he moves.
The dead. How many people died?
He looks about. We haven't yet had
One,
Did my
two,
friend
three,
die?
four.
we haven't had a final count yet, but it looks about to be in the
Can I
10s or 15s.
can I make a quick perception check to see if the friend I made
The
died?
gambling one?
Yeah.
Sure. Roll.
Oh,
that guy.
mate.
10 plus what's perception?
Wisdom.
Wisdom is -1, so 9.
9. You notice that you can't see him. If he's dead, you're not too sure. If he's alive, you're not too sure. Against the motion of the area, it's a bit uncertain. You notice Hathlick moving about,
Don't need that.
pulling out drinks and handing them around.
Oh.
Seems to be tending to those who are wounded. Fernando kind of looks around too, and he quickly says, "I wonder if Jeremy's okay. It'd be a shame if this wasn't the only place." And he pulls over a guard, and he quickly chats. He's like, "Nope, just here. All the death was just here." Yeah.
Is he
yes.
lying?
That's a bit quick. What?
So he just found out that
Okay.
only here was attacked
In the keep.
in the keep. You notice at the front a small explosion. There's a charring doors. There seems to be some people looking about, and you notice some shrapnel as if in a small explosive.
Oh, we didn't go to the door.
The door that had the lock that...
Yeah, we did.
Did
That's
we?
where he was.
Is that what the balcony was?
Yeah.
That's where the balcony was.
So,
Can
so
we go
just
back
to
upstairs
recap,
and loot that
just to recap,
story?
The dude is out there like
You
laughing
notice
his
now
off,
that
and then just
looking
a
behind
foot
you,
goes
there are two
through.
guards standing at that door who are currently just holding it, and you notice a few people walking up and down.
Also, that monster is surely still around.
Yeah, where's that monster at? Can I look around and try and find where they were keeping all the weapons, like when we gave them to them, and bluff my way into getting some really cool shit?
Oh yeah. Like some high
Cloakroom.
loosey.
So yeah.
I would find a cloakroom.
Ooh, let's see. There's a cloakroom.
No.
We have to follow the people.
No, we don't. We
This
have
is-
to
At,
find
at
out.
this
we
point,
gotta
you're looking
get our
around,
weapons
and you can
back.
notice that there are no more like authoritative people here. They seem to be all moved about.
Where did they put all
Some
our
people,
weapons?
you're still in your pink clothing, and people remember you.
Yeah, my big ass
Um,
dress.
your
Yeah.
big ass dress.
You're a wizard.
The people you were talking to before
I
are
know
walking,
dagger. I
Actually,
can
yeah.
afford stuff.
they're walking past, and they just give you a slight nod,
Not
respect
bad.
that you're alive, and they move on essentially.
Respect that you're
So-
alive.
Can I
Hey,
yell?
nice.
Hey, where's the cloakroom?
The cloakroom.
Yes, please.
That's down
We
there.
know where it is. We gave our weapons
Okay,
there.
well I've forgotten. It's been a difficult few hours.
So
but I'm sure
you move to the
can
cloakroom.
understand.
Lydia didn't actually give any weapons, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reason
but I
why-
want to get some more good
Yeah.
shit.
So you move to the cloakroom. There seems to be a few guards there. They're very cautious about what they're giving out.
I had a +2 quarterstaff.
You still have it.
Yeah, but I gave my second one. I had 2. I was like a hiker.
No, I remember you, tall fellow. You only had that quarterstaff you came in with, and that's about it.
Can I come up?
I've killed a.
Wait.
Can I-
Sorry. This
Don't. He looks in for a moment. Don't cause any more trouble.
No, it's fine.
This was my. Well,
Wait, can I go first? Sorry, before you do your high Lucy. Please.
Excuse me, I was not going to.
Okay, alright, then go on.
No, it's
No,
fine.
no, please do.
Okay.
Holy fuck! Just wanted to go.
While all of this is happening,
Go.
can I ask for my crossbow, mace, and
You
scanner
get,
and all
you
that?
get back your armor
Thank you.
and everything like that.
I'm like, I had a dagger. It was like a light, had a light green sort of. It was kind of green coming off it.
Roll a persuasion check. Deception, sorry.
Perception.
Deception.
Deception. Yeah.
Common misconception with the deception.
So that's
Perception.
15, 17.
17.
This sort of green dagger.
It looked green, did it?
Yeah.
You get
Pulls out a dagger.
Yeah.
It's got a green like handle in it.
Yeah.
Is it-
No, I remember the fellow I gave this to.
Well, that's not it. It's green
No, say
though.
it's you. Say it's
Oh, like the fellow he gave it to.
you. He doesn't think that it's you.
Yeah, no.
Convince him that it is you or yours.
It looks like my dagger. It's like a green dagger. Yeah. Could I please have my dagger back? And I kind of get, that
Do you
like.
remember him? You guys had
No, no,
something
no,
going
you-
on.
He's
That's
getting
so
sort of
rude.
antsy, as in like this is just a normal thing.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I
you
just
know
want
when you
my
like
dagger
you
back.
you like someone's being a little bit weird, and you're like, I don't want to escalate this conflict, but like I've literally
Like
I've done so many murder today.
Like I'm sorry, I ordered a medium Coke. Like you've given me a frozen
Yeah.
Coke. Like I don't.
No, I don't want
Look,
to.
it's not that I don't trust her. It's just that
Okay.
this is a terrible time. I'd hate to be giving the wrong things out.
Okay, cool, but I have to go and like do some adventuring now. So can we hurry this up?
Oh fuck.
Thank you. Oh, and my quarterstaff. Just regular quarterstaff.
Did you actually give quarterstaff?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he legitimately did.
What kind
Not
of?
sure if you're decepting in real life or not.
I guess you'll have to find out.
I also had that cannon.
I'll find out when I kill you.
Oh.
Wow.
I did have a quarterstaff. I don't want to lie to you, Julian. I'm sorry. What is my dagger now?
You have this emerald green hilt.
Can I still use it?
Yeah, it's just like an ornate dagger.
Cool.
Mm-mm.
Ornate.
What?
You're like an ornate dagger.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't control my face. Yeah, I roll up fully in tears, like, I'm so sorry, my mom's in there, and she's like not very well, and like, she gave me her crossbow, and I just really need, like, can I go and give it to her? Like, is that okay? Like, her crossbow.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm persuaded.
Yeah.
Ah, nat 20, baby!
See if you can get another one.
A crossbow? Was it this one or this one? Take it! Take it!
Thank you so much. You know I can't give you the keys, babe.
What's that from?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Finally watched that
you
movie 6 months
you get
ago.
this crossbow which kind of comes out, and there's 2 spikes on the end as well.
Hell yeah.
So if you held it like that, you could essentially whack someone
Hell
too.
yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very
R.I.P. my fictional mum.
She's been logged in.
Yeah, she's-
Write it down. So you 4 walk out, and you notice a few people limping away. Hathlick now like stands behind you and says, "I'll see you back at the tavern. I will have to stay here. You let yourselves in. You've done enough work today.
Can we let ourselves behind the bar?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm joking. This is a terrible time. Please, service the community.
I come into these
I'll
as, you think they'd have a number system?
Hand him a ticket.
Terrible.
Sorry, back to Apple.
Terrible thing. But I'm glad it's over. You four, all right?
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah,
right.
you don't
Yeah.
sound too happy.
Well, last time we saw that type of magic was, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Did someone you know die?
Roll a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Get him to open
With
up.
disadvantage.
Actually, let's roll persuasion. You don't need disadvantage.
17.
17. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Oh no, man. Okay, no, never mind. Keep going. Yeah.
What
Well, I was asking you
Hey,
something.
no, that would scan though. As if you'd be like, uh-huh.
Yeah, no, a long time ago. When was that?
I mean, it was 10 years ago. I used to live in Bin.
Wow, how many people did you know died? My entire village got. I mean, if we're just like comparing. Sorry, like my entire. I mean, you can feel sad, but like, get over it. Who died though?
Wow.
It's been a long.
It's been a
You
long
really
night.
fucked that up.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, Hatlick.
You leave the persuading to me.
That was good. I love that.
Walking
What a
back,
good guy. I love that dude.
walking back, the ladder just a little bit. Maybe.
Oh my god, the ladder of Dorian Gray.
I noticed it, and I'm like,
Oh, I noticed it.
hey, buddy, I have some needles in my room.
What would a needle do?
Sew it. Thread. Needle and thread sewing. Are you familiar with the concept? This can be repaired, is what I'm saying. this rip. It doesn't have to live forever, Gregory. I'm like touching the bottom of your finger. Gregory, it's okay.
It can be repaired.
It can be repaired. Remember when you pulled your foot out of the door? It came back.
Ah.
We can fix it.
And as she says this, I rip my socks. Yes! Everything can be repaired. Nothing is permanent. Not even death.
Stab yourself! Stab yourself!
Gregory, no, there are not. Remember your whole family died. That was a permanent.
Ah.
But the rip in your stocking, that's a temporary. Okay?
Is it temporary now?
Oh, look. I've got a Singer sewing machine in there that I got from a portal, so.
I'll, I hand my socks to Louis.
These shreds of silk. Oh my god.
And I'm just bare. My calves are bad. I go.
That big green thing that was tucked up just flows freely now. It's like 3/4 pants now.
Yeah, it actually looks a bit tight. Like it actually looks a bit sick.
Yeah, it looks like a bit monkey.
Oh, that's fun. And that's sort of like a character progression.
Cool, with that, we'll take a break.
I love that shit.
We're back in
Alright.
5.
Oh!
That is huge though. You know the difference between permanent and temporary.
Livia was born into a wealthy family of elves and received a world-class education, which she now uses for more unconventional purposes. Her parents were heavily involved in local politics as part of the democratic wood elf community in which they live, and they groomed her for a life in politics. When the time came for her run, she made a lot of promises in her campaign, but it soon became clear that she would not be able to fulfill many of them once she got into office and discovered the grim reality of municipal government. The pressure became extremely high, and she felt her only option was to steal as much as she could from the treasury and skip town one dark winter's night. She's been on the run ever since. Some years into her journey, she received a letter from the new mayor of her township, written in invisible ink. Livia still doesn't know how they got a hold of her, but she assumes it must be some kind of dark magic. The new mayor asked her for advice. Since then, she's been trading advice for information about those who'd like to track her down. Every day she spends in one place makes it easier for her to be found, but the lure of the prize at the end of the tourney and her newfound friends and making it harder to run away.
Welcome back to the Harbinger Tourney. We'll say that you guys have gone back to the respite. You've gathered your wounds. You've seen Jeremy as well.
Where'd they go?
Gathered your
I've
feelings.
re-sewn Gregory's tights.
Roll a
A sewing check?
roll a.
Survival.
You know what? No, because you've done like sewing fashion things before.
She can
I've-
do cosmetic makeup.
I can do
She can make
makeup.
it look like you got a
Yeah.
scar.
Roll
Yeah,
roll a
as it-
d20 and add your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Yeah, as it
She
is in
must be
real
a
life,
sex
because
maker.
I can do eyeshadow, I can suddenly
Do you
sew.
legit?
No, of course I can't sew.
I can sew.
3!
Oh.
No!
Oh, it's a-
I'm
But he
You
doesn't
say
know
it-
any better.
Please let me do that
No,
again.
we'll say you're like
You've
halfway
seen
through
the
it.
highs.
I'm not
So
halfway
you have to
through.
tell
I'm not
Gregory
halfway
that
through.
you're
I'm
halfway
sorry.
through.
Everything. Some things are temporary. Some things are more temporary than others. This is something that's a bit, it's on its way.
Oh no, it's fine. I just
It
thought
isn't,
I
I
thought
know.
it was no. I mean it's all good. I thought it was going forever, but turns out it's not.
Just a slight delay.
It's a slight delay in the whole grand scheme of things.
Is it night still?
Can you sew my parents'
It's the morning. So yeah, that evening you
fair enough.
eat, you go to sleep, and you wake up bright and early on the fourth day of the Harbinger Tourney.
Julian, you know what I want to do. It's morning. I got to check on my cheese. Because this
So
cheese...
last we checked, your cheese was.
My cheese was great.
Good.
It was medium.
No.
No, it was good,
It
it
was
was good.
great. I rolled a really high roll for my cheese.
Oh, that's right.
And it's been through some stuff. It's aged. It's gotten a little bit of
Before you go to
texture.
bed,
Yeah.
you get a knock on your door.
It's the
Me?
cheese.
Knock, knock.
I'm good now.
Francois? My
It's
cheese?
me, Fernando.
Oh.
This asshole.
I look to where I've been storing my cheese. One day you'll be alive.
You said we had a game on. You said we had a game on?
I don't know, Fernando. Do we?
Oh,
You want to open the door?
I don't know, Fernando. Do I?
Alright, well if you don't want to play the game.
No, I let him in.
That's the spirit.
I call the other guys. Who wants to play games?
Wait,
Nobody
wait.
answers.
Just mean closes the door.
Okay.
I don't keep hitting on all of us.
I think he's only hit on Willie.
So,
Yeah,
Can
it's
I
only-
roll a perception check
Oh.
to see? Can I roll a perception check? Because this feels weird.
Fernando's on the TL.
no, I don't think you would roll a perception check. I think you'd just be weirded out.
I am weirded out.
Let's go.
Right. Yeah, I'm weirded
So
out.
how are you losing?
What about a new game?
What about what's strip high?
I'm interested.
MIDI duelly.
Sorry, what are you doing?
You heard me!
Explain
Howie?
explain the rules.
3 die.
The closest you get to 10.
No. Whoever is closest to the median of the score, which is 9, not 10.
So you're on d20s. No, fair.
Oh, wait.
Is it?
No,
Is
it's,
it?
no, it's 3d6.
It's not-
It's
yeah.
3d6.
Is it Price is Right rules? Closest to that going over?
No,
It's
no.
just closest to
Closest
because then what if
to
you get
9.
an 8 and a 10?
Then we roll again.
Okay.
8 and a 10, you roll again. It's
Obviously, it's in the right.
It's in the rules.
Midi
Winnie.
Midi duelli.
Midi
8 and a
duelli.
10.
Explain
Roll
no,
again.
you're gonna have to explain the rules again.
Okay. The closest you are to 9, you'll win.
Alright. 3 sixes?
Yeah.
You first.
Ah.
But before we go, what are we betting?
I exposed little flesh.
No,
And then I put it back. I know.
I say 10 gold pieces.
And this.
Make it 15.
Deal.
And you tell us why
Your real
you
name.
made us your squire. Wait, why you became, and it comes out exactly like that, but he knows what I mean.
He knows what I mean.
Alright.
Roll with me. 1-1.
Oh.
You'll have to give me 2 die, I only brought 1.
Oh, fair enough.
You should have known,
Get
Julian.
the bone one. Get
The
bone
game
one.
was inevitable.
Alright, 1.
You caught me unawares!
1. 1 at a time.
Oh, 1 at a time?
It's more exciting
3.
that way.
2.
Ooh.
4.
4.
So it's 7 and 6.
Oh.
You first.
3.
Say you'll do it.
But before you go,
Oh.
20 gold.
And more information.
Okay. And
Tell us who your crush is.
yeah. What do you want? What do you want? Why are you here? What's your purpose in life?
That's folded into the first question.
Right, let's go.
Okay.
Bright lights.
He rolls a 1, and he sits
It's
back.
an 8.
Yep.
Gonna set my soul on
I-
You
fire.
have to roll a 9.
Oh, fire.
It's a 9, baby.
You got a
It's a 9!
It's a 9,
Mini Welly!
No, they're right. Spontaneous.
I'll take your gold
Ugh, so he
and
hands
your
you-
answers.
Well, I'm here to kill you, of course. Joke.
Ah!
Hey, bit of the old Fernando
Already.
joke.
Like, you shouldn't scare this guy. Like, I've got dice perpetually floating.
Well, you
next
don't know
to
the
me.
reason?
Sorry?
You want to know the reason?
Yeah.
Well, look, I saw the 4 of you line up. Didn't know who you were, and well, I'm running from something, and you 4 seem the most
Capable.
I don't know,
Fun.
Gullible?
gullible, perhaps.
What are you running from, Fernando?
A story for another time.
I won your double. Tell me your secrets.
Mm.
And I loom over him at this one. Like, he's pretty sure I'm like doing a little intimidation.
The knight I used to squire for, he's dead. Let's just say that I left my duty. Had I not done that, I probably... I don't know. If I was there, he might still be alive.
Alright, Fernando. Duty.
Yeah.
Get out of here. And I slap him on the button, send him on his way.
How are you doing?
I'm not a plant.
Yeah, well, no, I saw that. I saw that. That was fun. So you're magic. You don't know what to do with it, though.
I mean, I get the gold. That's pretty good.
Fernando, why can't I quit you?
Why
You
can't?
wanna-
What more would a man want than a little bit of gold?
But you seem more confused. I mean, let's be honest.
I don't know, Fernando.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and
I don't know
Guys,
if that's slow, but I like it.
puts a hand on your shoulder, pulls out his guitar, strums it. Just go with the flow.
With how many hands?
With one hand.
Nice, cool. And I'm like, Fernando, I feel really out of control all the time. I feel like, I don't know, ever since I blew up, I mean, ever since I did that thing, I've felt so alone. And it feels so good to know people again, Fernando. And that's all I can say, but it's good to know you, friend. And with that, I take a swig of my bottle of vodka that I have been drinking, but nobody knows about.
Pat you on the cheek. See you in the morning. Goes on up. You guys wake up the next morning, refreshed, ready for the new day. Not before long, though, you hear footsteps rising up the stairs to go to your platforms. Large, heavy footsteps. Metal on metal as well. And you hear a stick on the ground out front of either of your doors. So boom, boom, boom,
I
boom.
love all this onomatopoeia that you've done.
Right. It's
Your
amazing.
Foley skills are.
Like a soundboard of all your monster
Thank you.
noises and
Gifts everywhere. You hear a voice boom out, a familiar voice. You 4, come out now.
A familial voice?
It sounds like Bjorn.
Beyond the
commando.
Icelandic. Okay, sorry about this.
Beyond all layers.
Everyone get out.
I need you downstairs. Some questioning's in order about last night. And you hear the footsteps of the heavy footsteps go away, but the other footsteps remain.
As they open my door, they don't actually
They don't
say
open the
anything.
door. They don't
Okay,
open
cool,
the
they don't?
No, he just hear that, and there's a guard out of the post in each of your doors.
Cool. How'd my cheese go?
Roll a cheese making check. What would you like to do, Gregory?
Well, I was just saying if they tried to get in, there'd just be a me-shaped hole in the window. The Kool-Aid.
It's a 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, plus
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
dexterity,
Oh, yeah.
so 5.
Plus dexterity for cheese making.
We'll say
Yeah, I gotta separate those curds and whey.
we'll say your intelligence.
4.
So you spend a lot of the night, but the thoughts of your last few days muddles your mind a little bit. You get halfway through making what you think is a good ricotta, and you start, putting in some moisture.
I don't want to tell you this, but I wasn't working on I was working on the really nice cheese. trying to
Oh,
make
sure,
it
okay.
better.
You think all night, but you can't find a way to improve it just yet. You get some ideas, but by the time you get like that, it's about. It's
Also,
almost
you
midnight.
reckon William would know what cheese he'd be trying to make from the start?
Is
Like,
it a
That's the
ricotta?
biggest. That's the biggest mystery. Is you don't know what cheese is gonna make.
It's a metaphor. I don't expect you to understand.
I don't think that's...
You put the killing cheese between your teeth,
But you don't let
taste it and find out which cheese it is.
Can William also
Fair
be have a moment with this dice that keeps floating and being like, this is very confusing.
Yeah. They're just.
I'm just having a moment with my dice.
Alupine, your rabbit friend, is already up and looking out the window. Looks back at you. So, it was an interesting night. You did well, though. You did well. I like your idea. I don't think we should kill him. I feel like we need to find more information. You know?
I couldn't agree more, Harry.
Harry.
It's Harry. Isn't it?
That's right. That's my name. Sorry, I forget sometimes. You got any rabbit? You got any carrots?
Of course I do.
I don't remember your voice being like this.
It was Scottish.
Spill
but I can't
his
remember.
blood, bashing him in.
And
You sort of
he
hear
eats
the
some of it.
Yeah, alright, we get it.
permeating through the
We get it.
walls.
You read the book.
So the guards outside your doors.
I have a great
Eventually, if you don't open them, they open the door for you. Get up. Wanted downstairs now.
I sure haven't.
So you do your things, you move on downstairs, and the whole
I've
ground.
been doing chin-ups in the doorway, and I just kick the guard in the chest, like, what's up, man?
Do you really?
No. Sorry.
That would've been
Sorry
fun.
to derail your beautiful narrative. I go downstairs for questioning.
Yeah, huge. I get my crossbow and I shoot one.
Oh, yeah. I use my new spiked crossbow to brain someone.
I just kill myself.
That's it. Campaign over.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Sorry.
And finally
So
it's
you
connected.
downstairs, usually filled with patrons in the morning, is empty. Halflick's nowhere to be seen, and Bjorn is currently sitting in the middle, leaning back, just running his fingers. This large red scaled dragonborn in this green flowing armor. You notice 2 other guards posted at the front, and as you're walking down, the 4 guards stomp down with you as well. He just sits there, and there's 4 chairs in front of him. Sit down. So, tell me everything about last night.
There were shadows.
I was a plant.
He was a plant.
I don't want
I
any
don't know what you did.
any
You don't
tricks.
know what I did.
Tell me the truth.
I was a plant.
He was a plant.
He was a
It
plant.
genuinely was a
He
plan.
turned-
Right, he's a plant. He's whatever he was.
It's less important.
There were shadows. We killed some of the shadows.
Yeah.
There
We
was
then ran upstairs to
They
find where
turned
the
into
source of the
balls,
shadows were.
They went up into the air, into the rafters.
And you followed?
We followed them,
Followed,
yes.
What happened up there?
Well, there was a giant speck, the purple thing, and we fought that, but then it laughed at us and fell through the floor.
Different from the shadow.
Different
Very
from the
big
shadows.
Big boy.
Uniquely
Yeah.
Scary.
You see his
Larger, more
nostrils like
powerful.
flare up a little bit. You can see a
Oh,
bit of fire.
are you
beneath
horny? I don't know. What's Dragonborn?
Relatable. Relatable.
Yeah.
Content.
them. Watch your tone.
Does he have horns?
He doesn't.
Oh, no, fair enough. I'm horny.
You want some shea butter for those scales?
We found Northlander. What was he saying? What was he doing?
Who?
Northlander.
Oh, he,
Mostly doing this really creepy laugh.
they had like a monologue prepared. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
it
was-
was-
I think he was auditioning for VCA. I don't know that you quite know.
It was a bit scripted. I, don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't really
Doing this
believe
weird,
him.
evil villain character. It was good his SNL
Yeah,
tape. It was very
yeah.
odd.
He wasn't present, I don't think, to the scene.
His
I just felt like
motivations
he
weren't clear.
could have committed.
We didn't clap, of course. I mean, it's
Clearly
an
hasn't-
audition, not a performance.
Hasn't studied Stanislavski's techniques.
Yeah.
Couldn't identify the magic gift in that one.
Alright, so what I'm understanding is you didn't really learn anything.
Well, no, okay. He said that it was the end times.
He's
He
been
says that
seeing
he's
it
seen the end times.
And they're coming.
And
The
the magic hex?
He said the hex, the misery vex.
Misery vex.
A magic hex.
A misery vex.
Misery business by Parable.
You think this is funny, boy?
I didn't
There are
laugh.
5 dead last night, and you're all here sitting
that's
here
that's
laughing.
pretty slender.
And
Can
we
I say-
helped, okay? Alright? I did a lot of...
You helped? You did nothing.
We
You
killed
stood
We
there.
killed like 7
We
of them!
spoke to
I
lots
don't care what you did. There are 5 dead, and you're sitting here laughing. It is no laughing matter.
It's
I
a
just say that,
coping mechanism.
Yeah, the death count of this barbaric tournament would be significantly higher than just last night. So
Yeah, no, wait, just...
We're
How
just
fucking
a
classist
You
of
notice that the guards, well, he himself reaches up and he says, "Shut up, all 4 of you. I've heard enough of this.
You came to...
Shut up now.
Fair enough.
I'm asking for information. I don't
And
want
we
any
get
jokes, any small talk. You know nothing.
that's kind of our stock and trade. Sorry.
All right. Now we're missing a 5th member of your party.
No, you're not. I can guarantee you.
Truly not.
He's just.
Does not
Fernando
exist.
comes down.
Oh, this asshole.
I thought you were talking about the small boy, to be honest. I feel like he's more... And never mind.
Grab the small boy as well.
Yeah.
No!
No, it's probably fair enough. He needs to be here.
He wasn't
Oh!
there!
See what the world's like.
Oh, he's underage. He needs a
He already
guardian.
has. His entire family is being killed. Is anyone
Oh,
helping him?
only his entire family.
The guards bring Jeremy and Fernando down. Fernando is quiet. He repeats pretty much the same thing. He doesn't know anything. And in fact, he's very cautious about any stolen goods, perhaps.
Who would have known?
The Jeremy sits down. All right, young boy. Why are you in the care of these 5 individuals? They saved me
You
from.
have the papers if you want them.
We adopted him.
I'm talking to the boy.
Oh, fair enough. Talk to yourself, I guess.
So
Wow. Whoa. Jeremy's smart.
Jeremy says they found me on the first night. It was in the warehouse, and there were beings and shadowies. What beings? And it goes back and forth until the point where he almost breaks down and crying. He recounts mostly what's happened, the jousting as well. All right, you can go back upstairs, boy. Walks on upstairs. You've taken good care of him. I see no reason why you shouldn't stay around. Just make sure he's okay, all right?
Alright,
Now,
the
the
son's
Yes, sir.
emotional coach. Dragonborn man, no, fair enough.
Clear eyes, full hearts, gun.
Yeah.
We love him. We would
Yeah.
never.
He's our favourite.
I never
Love
want
him.
to see the 4 of you involved with any more things happening in this Harbinger
Oh,
Tourney.
Unfortunately
Ah.
for you.
Isn't that the whole point of the tourney?
I'm
to
not
get
talking
amongst
about.
them.
I'm not talking about any jousting or melees. But if I see you in any more trouble, I know exactly what to do.
Okay.
And I'll
We
put you
thought
in
we
the
thought
same
we would have a
cell
narrative to
of
follow.
Lothlander. Is that clear?
No, it's absolutely not.
With
Yeah.
all due respect, sir.
Which is to say, very little is due.
We've summoned a unicorn, stolen, gotten all the orcs back. We've helped as much as we can.
And also, by no conjurings of our own, we seem to keep colliding with this misery
Then
vex.
stop colliding.
Well, we
The misery vex is done. Lothlander is in chains, and the Harbinger Tourney will
Ah,
continue without
speaking
further
of
interruption.
Him being in chains, I say kill him now.
Are we? Is it?
I said
The
I
decision
say...
is not up to you.
Well, okay, here's my point. He's a very powerful cleric, right?
We always.
And going further on that, it would seem it was very easy to capture him. So, by logic's sake, I would say he wanted to be captured.
Is it possible that we can see him? and
Or his
visit him?
orb. Where's his orb?
Yeah,
Is his
where's the
orb
orb?
near
It's
him?
never to doubt the integrity of
Leans back
Majesty
for a
Realm,
moment.
but where is it?
We do
Brings
not doubt
over a
the
guard,
Gogolewski.
whispers something in his ear.
Yeah.
All right. You can see him.
That was
Perhaps,
okay.
perhaps there's some truth between your motives after all. If he finds you as an ally, I'm going to put you in chains. If not,
An ally.
then I know the true nature.
Our cons are strictly small scale, sir.
Strictly small
We have
scale.
no designs on anything greater than perhaps a fixed game of high losing.
I
If
say,
that.
cons.
If that. No. If
See
that.
to yourself.
Alright, you're coming with me. I'll need your weapons.
Shit, I'm not wearing my hoop skirt anymore.
Alright, no, you can have my weapon.
Yeah, alright.
Actually, I don't have
Takes
any
the
weapons. I
weapons.
just have
A congregation of about.
Well, the ones that we had on.
Does he
us,
comment
there's
on my
still ones
fancy
back in my
dagger?
room.
It's pretty fancy.
Hey, nice dagger.
Hey, that's my dagger.
I found it
Why
in the
didn't
rubble.
you check it last night?
The congregation moves you towards the keep. There's
Do I
about
still have
6
my
or 7 of them.
quarterstaff, or they
No, they've taken it off you.
What's a walking stick?
They know
what
you.
are.
They saw you fight.
They know
before,
what you are.
Do they do anything to me? Like, how do they contain me? I'm like
so- You don't.
a big
Chop
magic
your
boy.
They move you towards the keep, and you go down a sub-level. You go into the main hall, you go down some stairs. There's a cold air beneath it, and you notice you're walking past cells. And in the
Cold air.
cells, there's a few different kinds of people, the type of riffraff that some of you might be familiar with, some of you may not. But perhaps
Tony.
you notice a few empty cells as well, and moving all the way to the bottom, you see the man Lothlander in his cage, this small 2 square meter cage.
A cage? Like Hannibal Lecter? Like a cage out in the... Sorry.
No, like it's like a
Like a
cage,
cell.
it's like against the wall.
How is he restrained?
He's got his hands up like this,
Ooh,
and he's
painful.
currently naked.
Oh.
How big's his cock?
Yeah, how big? Is it large?
Can you roll for it? Can you?
Can we roll for it?
D20,
Roll-
D20.
Roll a d10.
6 inches.
Nice, good for him.
Flaccid.
Good for
Flaccid.
us. Yeah, flaccid.
Holy fuck!
Hey
This
man,
guy's got a huge.
Hey dude,
penis.
no. He might be into being chained up.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm
So
pretty
Probably
sure we.
not for
You know what? No,
18
he's got
hours
pants on. This is
straight.
gonna be too much. No.
6-inch plus. No, but we know how. Okay, so the outline's pretty present though.
So Lothlander sits there, and he's currently muttering to himself.
Shift in tone.
Lothlander, you got some visitors.
Nice.
He immediately becomes erect.
He looks up. You 4 again. Good to see you.
Did you turn me into a plant?
I did nothing of the sort.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Guys, I don't think he turned me into a plant.
Are you part of the Misery Vex?
You brought them in for some questioning, have you?
Nah, well...
No, he says to be on. Shut up, you. I'll leave you 4 with him. One of the guards is going to be looking on.
Wait, no,
That
couldn't you?
seems
Wait, no.
very
This is
upsetting.
Wait,
very
wait, you
easy.
wait. Okay, no, stop.
What?
You wait with us, because if he does anything to us, you're like a high authority guy, right? So if we like fuck something up, you'll be like, hey, these guys are cool, they didn't mean to do anything wrong.
Sure.
Also,
Thank you.
you have very little faith in us already. Allow us the chance to prove it
Prove
to
ourselves
you.
To you.
Urel, I'll need you down here. Urel comes down.
Into
Hey!
the walkie-talkie or just into the air?
She steps out and
Oh, okay.
shadows one,
Ooh.
looking on.
Love it.
She says, sorry about this, but it seems that we're trying to interrogate everyone. And she looks to beyond as if, like, why? She focuses on the ground, and a small circle circles around both you 4 and Lothlander. It emanates a bright yellow.
Zone of truth?
So it's like kind of silence type.
Remy, thanks for ruining it. That's right.
Nice.
I'm like Tyrell. Do you remember? I'm a god.
But we have to roll for that, don't we?
Yeah, roll
It's a
a...
D20 constant.
Does
Is
she
it right?
respond?
Roll, give me your player's handbook.
Pretty sure it's a wisdom.
I think I have resistance against something like that.
Being child. No,
I'm pretty sure it's a
Enchantment.
wisdom throw.
I think I do.
is that a class thing or this is someone's other?
It's a race thing. As a water, I think maybe I have to check the handbook. I know that enchantments come from
All
wisdom.
of my skills.
I'm sorry, Julian, for ruining your secret zone of truth puzzle.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
I was
They were gonna be told
people.
anyway. Like it's nothing to like. Oh my god, it's a zone of truth.
Oh my god. What a zone.
What a zone.
Well, at some point, if one of us tried to lie, it would be like, you are suddenly compelled to speak the truth, and it would be tough. Yeah. So.
Where is Z? There, zone of truth.
How can you know?
Well, no, because
Everyone
I,
make a charisma saving
Yeah,
check.
okay.
Saving throw.
Because I wanted you to cast zone of truth because you're a cleric. That's 11.
13.
11.
0. Oh, 6.
You all feel compelled to tell the truth. In fact, if you don't,
You just have to, I think.
Yeah.
There's no like thing. You just have to.
Yeah.
Can I just check in the handbook that thing about what else? Just to, for my own
So you're currently in this zone, and as it emanates,
But we also don't have to talk.
you say, you don't have to, you say something, and it kind of like rings out into the air, and a melody, almost like a melody, almost as if it's like against a song. You notice that Lothlander spits on the ground. It's like.
This is a pretty low-level spell, Lothlander. I'm sure you're aware of what it does.
I'm aware.
My dad did this
Also,
to me
I
when
turn
was a
to the
kid.
Dragonborn. I say, "You are aware that we are in the zone of truth.
No, I'm aware.
We have nothing to do with the Misery Vex. Also, we're good guys. We're guys.
We have mostly
Well, it's
good
good to know.
intentions.
My dad did this to me as a kid.
All right. No sentimental, please. We're here to question and question only. But
Yes.
get a minute of this. Lothlander, tell us everything you know. Why should I tell you? Everything's going to die. Everything.
And you're gonna die a lot quicker if you don't tell us.
Why
What you're
shouldn't
here
you
for.
tell us?
Well, how do you know that?
The little one wants to know why I know things. I know things because I've seen them. I've
Don't worry.
seen what they can do. I've seen what he can do. And he comes.
Who?
Who's he?
Lazarus.
Lazarus?
Lazarus?
Lazarus.
Oh.
Ah,
Lazarus.
like the Greek man.
No, from the Bible.
He comes.
Like
so
the Greek
quietly.
one.
He's been plotting for so long.
Possible that he was Greek, but is more like
No,
than
I've
No,
seen him
just
so long
the
ago,
Bible.
and he showed me the darkness, and I believed him. I believed him.
Can you describe Lazarus's physical attributes?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
You
does,
will
though.
die. You will all die. Tell us the truth, man. The truth. What's in it for me, huh? I've fallen so far.
What are you planning to do with your orb?
Kill Lovelace, of course. Kill
So-
them all.
so as
A
in-
quick death is better than the death that he brings.
So, did you want to be captured?
No.
Oh,
Damn it.
okay.
So for the good of everybody,
But
you
it
die.
doesn't-
The death that he threatens. So were you trying to save people from Lazarus?
A quicker death is better than the one he brings.
So you do it out of virtue?
Mercy?
For fun?
I do it because I have to.
Why?
Because it's easier.
Then what?
What
He
would
never showed
Lazarus
me.
do?
He never showed me. He only gave me this. The orb.
And
He
said
tries to like shangle.
and said, kill people with this.
The orb showed me what happened. Don't call me weak-willed.
Never.
Can
no
I-
one
I'm
said
better
that.
than that. I
Only
saw
you
the
said
truth.
What did the orb
that.
show
didn't
you?
say it.
Corpses. Everywhere.
Whose?
Oh, I've seen that before. It was
I-
my family.
Oh my god, we get it.
Anyway,
You're
Bring
a
out the
Neo.
locket, the Misery of Vex locket that we stole from the caravan
Ooh.
of
Courage.
loot and
Shit.
flesh.
Kind of recoils a little bit.
What can you tell us about this?
I will speak no more. No more.
But we're in the zone of truth, so what can you tell us about
No,
this?
he's
he's not
Alright,
compelled to say anything.
Fine.
but
Can you-
out of the virtue of your own heart, because you're a man who likes to save things, can we destroy the orb?
I haven't even thought about that.
I mean, we haven't.
No, Urel pops up and says, "No, we can destroy it. It's a
Oh,
mere
okay.
magical artifact.
Yeah, sure. Let's just do it.
It's already been taken care of."
Oh no. Hey, little man, you have a connection to the magical item. You can probably sense if it's been destroyed. Has it been destroyed?
It's been destroyed.
Damn.
Urel says that.
Oh, I don't trust
Well,
this.
we
That's
haven't
one
learned
plan
any
out the
more than
window.
we haven't learned any more than he's already said, and clearly you four are not his allies in any regard. Your time here is done. Thank you for coming.
Oh, no worries. It's a pleasure.
Get out now.
We're actually doing a
We
gig
are-
on Thursday.
He points to you out. Guards take you out. Urel walks you out as well. Says,
Listen to our band cam.
What instrument do you play?
I'm sorry about that. It's beyond taking measures. You must understand. We lost 5 yesterday. This is supposed to be the most secure.
5. Oh.
Oh.
It's the most secure event we've tried to put together. We have 4 magical towers surrounding this place. It's
Maybe have 5 magical towers.
Maybe have drug testing tests.
Yeah.
But I know that you 4 can get.
Because I mean, five people died, but how many of them died from overdosing? That's one.
Strict immigration policies, come
I
on.
know the 4 of you can hold your weight now. If there's
Do
any
you-
more things you.
Do you think he's gone mad, or do you think? What do you think?
Is he still savable?
I think he's beyond redemption. The atrocities he's committed yesterday do not sit well with anyone.
Atrocities. He killed 5 people.
Jesus.
Do you think there's any credit to
Killed
his
more than that in a
words?
weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Or is he just a madman?
Like literally.
Quite literally.
Quite normal.
What was the question?
And what's your...
Is there any point in listening to anything he has to say? Is there any warning
I think
in anything he
there's
says?
warning. I don't think we should listen to exactly everything.
Yeah, because it's his own perceived truth. It's not necessarily the truth.
But what
Are
drove
you well
him
versed in
mad?
these?
So wise.
I'm well versed.
We'll
I'm
say
a monk.
we'll say as a monk, perhaps you.
I'm well versed in
Yeah.
all sorts of mystical shit.
Nice.
You guys are currently walking up now. I'm not too sure, but whatever power corrupted him must be great if it took down Lothlander. I'm worried.
Magic.
Well, don't worry, we're too dumb to be corrupted.
Quite literally, yes.
But
Magic.
it doesn't matter. It's a time to rejoice. We have double the guard. We have all 3 kingdoms here. We'll lock down everything, make sure nothing else happens. If anything, this Lazarus is something past, perhaps just a mere memory.
Not a Greek thing.
Another thing.
What a great thing.
Thank you for, once more, for last night. If there's any more questions, then I should get on with my day. I must check in with the towers to make sure they're doing their duty.
Do you have anything for us today?
Sorry?
Anything to do? You know.
So 5 people just died, and we're just wondering if we can fucking
Do you
joust.
have, like, a personal mailbox or, like,
No, I
a
mean,
specific
you know,
carrier?
last time we helped you out with, you know, me being a god and getting you that orc. I'm just wondering if there's anything we can do to help today. You guys seem like you're having a hard day.
You 4 have done enough. You have leapt into the fray and definitely helped. But from now on, this is a matter best held with Bjorn, I think. If there is a moment where I require your assistance, I will call. Most definitely. But for
You
the
may
most-
call upon
What if we wanted to call you?
the
I have a-
All-Stars.
We have a pager.
Do you have a personal mailbox or a specific carrier pigeon I can flag down?
Actually, I do have something for you. She gives you a piece of parchment.
Yeah.
Right on that, I have the receiving end. I will get your message.
Hell yeah!
write that down.
Write bad poetry.
I will. Sorry, I have a pencil somewhere, but I got
Magic
it.
message.
I got it.
Bad poetry.
Thanks. Thanks.
Love letters.
Yeah, we can
Send them a
meet
small
at the tavern when all
coil.
this blows over.
Yeah.
Be festive, rejoice. Harbinger Tourney is only another 3 or 4 days. Well, no, 3 days. 3 days from now. So, I ask you to enjoy it. I mean, the worst is over.
Don't tell us what to do.
Hostile. What happened to you as a kid?
I would ask that you put these things behind you. And you
Well, turns out that
Did you ever find that thing?
Stop ruining my chances with Magisterial, you guys.
You know, the thing, the big scary thing, the big spooky monster.
No, we
The
did not.
spectre.
We did not find the spectre you talked about. But most likely it was destroyed when the orb was too.
That's true.
And you're sure the orb was destroyed?
I know it was. It's a fine powder.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna come back the next step, and I'm gonna say I told you so.
Is there a way we can
Are you gonna write it?
get rid of that powder? Perhaps annoying it.
They did say it in the.
That'd be a
kind of
good
true
job
way.
for us. We could take it outside, throw it away.
It's been
But
disposed of. We're
yeah,
the greatest.
Jeremy's parents' grave.
So who's above you in terms of the chain of command?
Oh, it is me.
And then
The Alistair Towers, where I'm from, in Bowrun. I'm the highest authority with magic when it comes to here, and I know it's been destroyed.
I don't think there's any reason to
Yeah, no.
question.
This is me. This is like me with the dragon skull. You have to back off.
nah, it's not been.
Well.
You 4 have a good day.
Why?
I'll talk to you soon. I have to get a drink when this is all over. For now, farewell.
Oh.
You and I will.
And she walks off.
Nice.
You're left in the courtyard of the keep, seemingly detached.
I'm telling you, when you don't see shit's destroyed, it isn't.
I'm telling you, get over it.
I'm saying double tap is all I'm saying.
I'm saying she
It's all in
told.
the head.
You like her.
What?
What?
2 in the head.
You said double tap.
Yeah, no, he means
No,
like
double
two
tap is in like
gunshots.
2 gunshots to the head.
Not
Not
like
like
on
Tinder
Instagram,
or
like-
Instagram.
Oh, you're so hip with the kids. Shall
With the
we?
kids from The Wire.
Shall we fill our day? Perhaps.
Say quoi?
Shall we fill our day perhaps with a little game of you know
Yeah, what
the
time is it?
jousting one, the sparring one?
It's like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Like it was the
Yeah.
morning you guys were.
Shall we fill our day with some battles?
I want to get to the crux of this mystery Vex thing. Cult. I want to know. I want to know what the end of days is because he says it's coming. I think that
All
Apocalypse
right.
is nigh.
Well, we can go to the arena, or we could maybe look at the church. I don't know what's in the
Let's
church.
go to the church. Let's go to the
Uh,
Oh
church.
wait, and let's not forget there's that familiar hag in the like marketplace. Where
We
can
gotta
get
see
some
our
potions
hag.
from.
Let's get to the
We got a
hag
lot of
for a
stuff. The hag won't come out this early, I don't think. Like the hag, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
we could
thinking
get
that's an
some
afternoon
Trade
hag.
does
Well, we
begin
could get
quite
some
early.
potions that we might need if we're going to the church and shit pops off.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's true.
There's also this. What's it? 15, Jordan.
What's it, 15?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the math. I'm just thinking like,
Uh,
what's it for?
So 15
Oh.
is the dueling grounds.
Dueling grounds? Oh, we haven't been there.
So
That's
magic
the
and might in
Harbinger
the dueling
Tourney.
grounds, your matchup is based on your class and skill, either a 1 versus 1 or a 2 versus 2.
Okay, we could do that. Or we could go down to 4. What's it for?
Number 4 is the runes of Arkantor. Unknown in origin, these ancient runes date back as far as Lorien's conquest. Rumored to have a large subterranean
Boring.
complex.
No, that's
Oh, that's where we're going.
No,
Well,
let's go
what
to the
about-
No
ruins.
mortal dares step foot here, as tales and songs tell of a cursed magic within its walls.
What about
Oh,
8?
let's go.
What about
Absolutely.
8?
Let's
the fuck
go.
we're
This
going
is
there.
Harry Potter levels of irresponsible.
Church of Lyra. The Church of Lyra is nestled within a grove of trees and nature. Its
Yeah.
land about springy to step on. The
There's
high
also a
priests have
three-legged
made
dog.
statues to other deities in celebration of the community brought together for the Harbinger Tourney and offer their healing services to those in need.
I
Look.
say we pick up some potions from the hag and then go check out the creepy ruins.
Okay, no, here's my thing with the creepy ruins.
Oh.
We have not heard about these creepy ruins. I, as a character, don't know about these creepy ruins. I would love to go into the marketplace and find some and hear what's going on.
I'd like to know why old mate cleric went mad. What it was
Hmm.
that drove him mad, when it occurred. I
But-
think either the ruins are going to tell us that, or maybe we can inquire.
You know,
at the
so
church.
remember, he's a part of the Alexander's Might. Who
Can I-
is
can I
the,
roll
the
history?
heroes who took down the dragon.
Totally.
Yeah.
So where are
So,
they? They're not
Roll a
around,
history check if you'd like to know more about. If
Can I
you-
also roll a history check on Lazarus?
Yeah, for sure, dude.
though.
Because
12.
I'm a monk.
What about the
I think I
Enigma?
might.
Huh?
Well, you
What about
didn't
the
know we
Enigma?
were-
The Enigma.
Yeah, the Enigma was part of that. We found
Correct.
out
Oh
at
yeah,
the
the
end.
Enigma is. Okay, so
And,
where are they based?
Is he?
He's part of the Alexander's Might.
He
He's
would be.
part of Alexander's Might, but also is he always at the jousting?
Well,
Yeah.
he's royalty. There are the royal camps. Number 11.
Um,
As the name suggests, personal bodyguards accompany the more well-known adventurers and nobles will stay in the hills north of the common camps. A royal sigil from a registered house or kingdom is required to gain access. So essentially, there's guards.
I rolled a 5.
What was the history check for?
Just to see who Lazarus was.
So Lazarus, it's a name you really
Awesome.
never have heard of it before.
you think it might be Greek in origin?
He might be Greek.
12.
For
For
Alexander's Might.
Alexander.
no,
Might?
I've forgotten his name. The
Mystery
cleric.
Vex. Or
Oh, Lothlander.
Yes.
So you're trying to find out.
Separate
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
separate
So
things.
Alexander's Might is
Anyway.
based in.
Oh, they're not fair.
It's sort of like a stronghold to the north, essentially. That's where they're based. But you do know that they're the lawful side. They're the lawful good. They go out and they find evil and they fight it.
And so after they took
Putting
down the
two-
dragon,
Putting 2 for 2, the most lawful good place in the Harbinger Tourney is the church.
Alright.
And with clerics of Lorien who are very nature driven by their goddess, they're essentially top of the top. What was the second question? Sorry.
it's just so they after they took down the dragon, they were still around doing good, hanging out. Being
Well, actually,
adventurous, or did they disappear?
Alexander's Might hasn't been really seen since the dragon was taken down. But the dragon was only taken down maybe like a week or 2 ago.
Oh shit, that's soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Harbinger Tourney was month.
Oh.
Was,
Fuck, we should have asked about that.
so no, I actually do have a time of this.
Didn't they come up for like they weren't?
That's really fast to
presents?
build a dragon into a building.
Maybe they built the
Cheap
building
labour.
around.
Gnomes.
Cute. Yeah. Do you say that in character?
Did I do my character
Is
voice?
this conversation in character?
So, because my character voice actually has a voice, So you can sort of
Huge.
differentiate.
Huge.
Ellen has that character
Huge.
voice.
Sometimes
Two-
it's
two
too
months.
confusing.
Yeah, sometimes she just doesn't use it. So
Two
that's
months.
true.
2
No,
months?
it's
2 months
not.
since the dragon was defeated.
You
The dragon was
you
terrorizing
know
for about a
what I
year.
do.
So it was about a year the dragon was terrorizing for, and it's been 2 months since then. No word on Alexandra's might or the next, big adventure essentially. But it's not necessarily something you hear about all the time. It's something you might pass upon in rumors.
Do we know about these ruins?
You
Can
know
you
what
write
I
a
basically
history?
told you. So, unknown in origin,
that's a
these
lot.
ancient ruins date back as far as Lorien's conquest. Rumored to have a large subterranean complex, no mortal dares step foot there, as tales and songs tell of a cursed magic within its walls.
What constitutes mortal?
Us.
Let's go see
How
the
much-
witch. See what she thinks.
Cleric.
Witch.
She's a woman, it's a witch.
What would you like to do?
I'm saying, okay, look, I either want to duel, or I want to shop, or I want to gamble. I'm happy to go see that witch. You guys keen?
Let's go see the familiar hag and then let's go to the church and find out some more about Alexander's mind.
Let's go see
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Really cool.
Cool.
And this time we're going one by goddamn one.
So-
Yeah.
You go to the hag. She's currently setting up shop. Oh, hello again.
What's up?
How can I help?
I think you know what we want.
Information.
Let me get up
Daddy-o.
my riddles.
Good riddles.
Riddles.biz.
Especially riddles today.
Great riddles
Riddles4kids.co.uk.
kids.
Yeah.
For
Math games.
for
Fun math games.
Under
Dot
under
biz.
seven.
great riddles for D&D
Dot WordPress.
hard. Because we're
Whoa.
in
Dot
hard mode.
blogspot.
Are they going to be like in-world riddles?
No, they can't because he's googling it.
That's fair.
You can appropriate them. What has 2 wings and 2... Is it a dragon? It was a
So,
bird.
what would you like to gain? I don't have any potions to give out. Oh,
Oh.
well, I do have a few potions of healing, but
Well, have we gone one by one?
Yeah,
I've dealt with you, Gregory. I've dealt with,
I've done it.
I think it was Olivia,
Yeah, I've
and...
done
No, that's it, and William.
No.
No, I have done William and Alupine.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
What would you like to know? Sorry, no, it's creepy than that. What would you like to know?
Hey, there you go. Oh fuck. The other day we were with these guys, right? And they were pretty good. One of them turned evil, and he used to kill dragons.
I'll need a name.
Loflandy.
Oh,
And what was the other one? The guy, the Enigma, the bloody Enigma.
Which
Yes,
one?
his
I'll
name
let
is
you
Enigma.
grant. I'll grant information for one, and that will be it for the day.
I
Sorry,
don't
no,
know.
that will be it for the day.
Nice. What's your riddle?
What would you like to know first?
What's that do?
Oh, good question.
That's the question I'll ask you.
Did I say Loflander?
Is that the riddle?
Is Loflander the guy who was?
The cleric who's gone mad.
Okay. What made
What do you want to
Loflander
know?
mad?
Correct. That is the right answer.
I cover cities and destroy mountains. I make men blind, yet help them see. What am I?
No
Oh,
character
cities,
voices.
but no mountains. I make men blind, but help. It's the sun.
Oh, he's good. Oh.
What?
Not the sun.
No, not the sun. How does the sun help you see?
It
How does
gives
the
you
sun
light.
How does the sun destroy mountains?
Because it
time?
erodes
Time?
them.
Is it time?
Sand.
Damn.
It's always
How does
time.
sand help people see?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Sand helps them. Can you put it into glass for glass?
Oh, you're
Oh,
so right.
Shit.
Damn.
Oh, that's
a good riddle.
That was
Fucking
tough.
Darren Riddlemaster on whatever forum you
Destroys
pulled that
mountains.
from is working on a deeper level than me.
I'm a molecule. I'm also. I help people.
I orbit the sun at 1,000 kilometers per hour.
And sand by itself doesn't make glass. It has to be interactive.
Hated.
with
You
light.
entertain me, though.
Hey.
I'll give you a little bit of information. Lothland hasn't been seen in these parts for at least a year, if I remember correctly. I feel like he's been influenced. I don't think he was his own design when it came to his is corruption.
What the fuck is this person?
She's the familiar hag.
Yeah, she's our favorite character.
She is.
Why does she have
Cool.
all this information?
Thanks.
She's familiar with
I
everyone.
smile. You're nice.
So she goes back to her shop. What else
What
would
does
you
she
guys
say?
do?
And then can
Dry
can
meats,
Alupine come?
salami.
Can Alupine do one?
Mortadella.
One per day.
One per day.
But we went
Per
one by
party
one.
or per person?
Yeah, that was the.
Oh.
That's why we did it this way. We did it one by one.
You just don't want to. You don't want to Google another riddle.
They
That's
are.
what-
They are fun.
That's why I didn't ask for help because I thought it was just
And what
me.
do you want to know about Alupine?
Well, I guess I'd like to know more about the enigma. Oh, can I bring out the statue he gave me as well? The dog statue. And
Yeah.
Oh, but you already know what that is, don't you?
It's just a dog that says Waggles on it. I mean, like, is
Doesn't
it
it say
just a
use
fun
if
No.
you
phrase?
need help?
But
Oh, isn't like Waggles useful if you need help?
yeah, because I know what this is. Probably.
Yeah, but no one knows what this is as a character.
What do you mean?
No.
Yeah, I
Care
know.
to share?
No, I don't.
Don't you spoil it.
No.
Well, then I want to know. What the fuck do you mean?
So-
It's not
Okay, no.
exciting.
Okay. In character, I'm gonna say you can probably spend like an hour identifying it if you wanted,
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you
fair.
could answer my riddle.
or you could ask another question and then spend an hour and then find information on that.
Do
And
you
then
have, or what would you like to know?
Ask about the
Gregory?
enigma.
That's what we
Let's
do,
ask
enigma.
about the enigma.
That's what we do.
We've got an hour today.
What runs around a city but never moves?
Oh.
No.
It goes all around the city but doesn't move.
Only Alupine answer.
Yeah. No hints, everyone.
I
It's one
wasn't in character.
v one. No, but no hints.
What constitutes a city?
How many?
What runs around a city but never moves?
Is it done?
A road.
It's Domino's.
Is it a wall?
It's a wall.
God, I fucking did the first time.
Nah, but like,
Oh.
what cities have walls?
Yes.
What cities have walls anymore?
Medieval ones do.
Our
This
context.
one does.
Our
Your characters, the world you live in.
Bullshit. That's what that is.
No.
You've not heard of urban sprawl, my friend? It's what we live with. Oh, okay.
That
We're in Newtown.
that
that's
statuette
bullshit.
you have though. I'd be careful about using that name. You might spring it to life.
Waggles.
You gotta be like thinking.
Hectic. I immediately turn away and bring out Waggles.
I'm there. I'm like,
No. You guys think it might be a one you silently sort of situation.
Oh, okay. No, we need help. Okay. Can I just? I'm not gonna think of it. I don't know. Can I just roll it? Can I think about it and roll an investigation or a?
Roll a
Perception.
Arcana check. Is that approved, Remy?
Yes, it is.
Can I
The
use?
system works.
Can I use religion or like history?
No, Arcana.
Oh, Arcana.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a
so-
magical object. Like you. History would be like, oh, are there
That's
other statues?
okay. That's a D12.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Use this one.
I've been rolling that the whole time.
Oh. That's okay. We're all new here.
It's fine, we're here, we're here.
No, you've been rolling this one.
I've definitely rolled that.
Doesn't matter. 7.
can she have like an extra win for all that shit?
Never being able to
what'd you
roll
get?
higher than
What'd you get?
12.
Seven.
the entire
7.
time.
Unfortunately, you can't discern like if you know what it is or how it works.
But you feel a lot smarter for some reason.
You feel like you got to tap off your mental
Yeah.
barriers.
What would you like to do next?
Let's head to the church.
Go to the church, I guess.
Wow.
So you guys head out. So you head west, all the way to the outskirts of the trade district town. As you walk, you notice that your feet begin to spring up every time you walk. The ground becomes a bit dewy almost. And if you jump, you almost jump with less gravity. Literally, the ground is slightly elevated. You notice these beautiful vines intertwined with the nearby shrubbery. I should never have said that. And you'll bump the thing.
Sorry.
The nearby shrubberies intertwined with these beautiful reds, yellows, purples. The whole
Oh, my
church
God,
itself is built out of tree trunks, and it's built out of glass that is vined together and held in place. and you see this road which intertwines in between, and you see these clerics move about in these beautiful glowing green robes. You see a few people outside, and you also see a little shack nearby too, and around it are different shrines to different deities, and you notice other adventurers walking to this little it's almost like a shack that's got little things around it, and they pay their respects to a certain deity on there, and you notice clerics might bless them in a certain way. The clerics are basically catering for all the different deities and gods.
It's a pan-religious sort of affair.
Yeah, they're paying homage to all the people coming in, the community of it.
Maybe we could learn something.
And at the top of
Probably not.
top of the church, you see a triangle with 6 stars around it as well. The symbol of Lyria, the goddess of nature.
Nothing. I can say that I'm
Would you?
Jewish.
Is William Spinach Jewish?
No, sure.
Do Jews exist in this universe?
Alright! I
sis.
strut in real good.
So
I don't
you-
believe in any god. And I strut in and I say, who can tell me what the fuck happened last night?
I'm offended. I'm actually quite offended.
Yeah,
by that
the whole
action.
church kind of goes silent as you say that inside, and the penny drops somewhere. One of the clerics kind of like pulls you aside and is like, "This is a place of silence and respect. Do not talk about the weddings of last night in the open."
How can you speak of respect? 5 are dead. This is an uproar. I won't have this. We need justice.
One of the guards takes you and, if you let it happen, restrains you.
Yeah, I guess.
I was
How
raised
bad?
right, so I asked the cleric very quietly. So what's up with last night?
Wait, how bad am I restrained?
Your links are put around your arm and you're
Front or
moved
back?
outside. They're unchained and you're kicked onto the ground.
Forcibly
If I
escaped.
see you come back here again, I'll make sure that you get taken to a more secure place. Make sense?
If it's prison.
Are you outside?
I'm outside. I haven't gone in yet. I've seen you walk in, come out in chains.
You're left there, and if
Fair
you
enough.
give you
I
strength.
pat you on the shoulder as I walk inside.
Breaking his shoulder.
There's an as you enter, there's like a unearthly hum amongst the air, and you notice there's a few people singing in the background. There's chairs that line the rows, and there's basically a steady increase in the geography that rises up to a little mound, dirt mound at the top, and you see there's a book laying on top there as well, and a few vines kind of grasping at it. There's about 10 or 20 clerics in here, so like 20, moving about, tending, lighting candles, talking to other civilians as well. It's a nice place. You notice that to the right there's a little, what seems to be like a hospital in a way, and you see people with bandages being bandaged as well. It's a very respectable place. It's the
And
type of place that isn't like the fighting outside.
No, I go to the altar and I kneel in front of it and I give it a little prayer. I'm there for a while.
I also have a little meditate inside the church.
I'm visibly uncomfortable.
Do you enter as well?
Yeah,
in
I'm
your,
in
in your
there,
swash?
but I'm just
One of the clerics comes nearby and says,
looking shiftily.
"You're not one of the gods, I can imagine. You seem almost repelled by us."
Yeah, no, look, like respect the whole operation, just like
It's okay.
I
You
was
don't,
raised Catholic, you know. It's just like a whole thing. I'm still like unpacking.
you don't have to explain. It's okay.
Cool, thanks. Was just about to unburden myself to you, but see that that's not the situation. So
If you like, we do have a confessions box.
I'm very familiar. Just gonna stand in this patch of dappled sunlight. Just wait. Just
So you guys take a moment to say your prayers regarding past events. The rabbit in your backpack kind of like pokes out and says, "Aye, this is the place we're talking about. Well done, Agabai." And sits back down.
What was that voice? I have a voice.
You open your
Are
eyes.
you there, God? It's me, Gregory.
No, but seriously, I heard a voice.
Sidebar: they've not met the rabbit?
No,
No.
you have. You have
Right,
outside
yeah.
the.
Oh yeah,
arena.
yeah, we did.
Was that the rabbit? Was it? Was it?
Not funny. I don't know.
Was
Okay, alright. It was.
All right.
In this world, gods are like confirmed to be real, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm now reconsidering Will T. Spitch atheism.
Yeah, atheism in
Yeah,
D&D
it's a
doesn't
good
make
Sorry?
it doesn't make too much sense because
I think I
You just like haven't
less
aligned
atheism
yourself.
and more like disrespect.
Oh yeah,
You
for
just
sure.
haven't aligned yourself with anyone.
Yeah.
It's over now.
So you guys take your moments to relax. Is there anything else you'd like to do in the church?
I'd like to inquire about the operations of the church.
Yeah, sure. So you notice there's a head cleric who moves out with gold trimmings and is dishing out offers and orders to other clerics who are moving about. An older gentleman who appears to have this long beard as well. Very tall, almost with giant's blood, you would imagine. And he walks about with a deep voice. Oh, yes, over there. Oh, heal him over there. Bandage him. Ah, can I help you, youngling?
Who are you?
You can call me...
Oh, dildo.
Guardian.
Guardian.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and your name is...
Alipine.
Alpine. Are you a follower of Lyra? I see that you are a cleric yourself, and your holy symbol is... I don't see it at all, to be honest. Who do you follow?
Not exactly practice of structure, but I'd like to ask about becoming ordained here.
Ordained. We welcome any newcomer here. It doesn't just happen straight away, of course. There are procedures you must go through, but we will take into account. We have not heard any of your deeds, however. We would need you to not prove yourself, but perhaps remind the goddess that we follow, Lyra, of your goodwill amongst the world. Perhaps you could bring back a token. There is a plant not far from here. It grows amongst the mountains to the west. It's about a day's journey. If you bring that back, we understand the good intentions you have. The plant itself is a purple lilac. You'll know it when you see it. Trust in her and you'll find it.
No, yeah, totally. I follow you. I'm all about, yes, speaking things I've never heard said out loud. And I'm feeling real peace. Can I take your hand? Is that strange?
It's okay.
Thank you
Puts a hand on your shoulder.
so much. Crying a little bit. It's big. I'll be back.
It's okay. Your past transgressions or anything you've done in the past is forgotten. The new light of Lyra will shine brighter than before. You don't have to do that.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Huge.
Huge if true.
Huge if true.
Is there anyone else in manacles outside?
Just you.
Is anyone like talking to me, or am I just there? I'm playing with my dice.
Who's gonna unmask?
I think with that we'll call it for the evening. We're heading on to about the end of our session anyway, and we've got all the beats we need. So
Nice.
phenomenal stuff.
Nice.
We'll see you next time. We'll see what picks up.
See you next time on
Jai Waterhouse.
Jai Waterhouses.
The Paul Stars
You guys
brought to you
are
by
good.
Tim the Taylor.
You guys did really well. The that spectrum.
They're not gonna tell everyone.
They are gonna tell
exactly
everyone.
what
They're going
gonna
to
do.
tell the
Moron.
proper authorities.
Oh my god.
I train my crossbow
Yeah,
on Gregory.
If you shoot me,
I
you
get
might
ready
shoot
to
Park.
witch bolt the guards.
I would never shoot.
Oh, I cast command on the guards.
Which one?
Both of them. I'm sure you can do it as a group.